Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War live stream. So today, actually let me go restart the game because it should be time. Today we're getting two things. The new Mythic for Hellcrag, though unfortunately it is not a construct, it is a Daemon Knight. With a mana drain mechanic and a bunch of good gargoyle gems. So we have that, and we'll be starting with that first, doing the key opening, making sure Global has gotten some first to make sure it is in drop table. We have indeed reset the game. Actually, I want to double check so much. I will actually just wait a second. I want to restart it again. Let's see, just wait in case there is anything. Okay, just making sure any kind of mini update or anything will be good to go. Oh wait, is it not showing up? Wait, hold up. Is the thing not showing? I just restarted the game, but is it not showing at all? There it goes. Okay. I was just looking at the thing. I keep forgetting. I don't have, whenever I have the switch thing disabled, it doesn't have any kind of background thingy there. It's just what we're using for the border thing. A little lake of animation. Anyways, so, where were we? So, yeah, what we're going to be doing this stream is we're going to be opening for the Mythic. I think we just saw someone right there, got one. We're going to be opening for the Mythic. I think we're going to try the event key drop table because you noticed before, I didn't show this right before the thing, but we showed it last night and throughout the week. However, of course, the 0.11% chance for a Mythic was not here earlier. However, now it is, so there should be a Mythic there. We can even go ask global chat. Let's see, just to double check confirm, has anyone gotten Tourmaline Mythic in event key? That's not how you spell keys yet. Question mark. And hopefully they will reply in the next several seconds. But he is indeed in drop table, but you always want to make sure you double check if you're doing it like right at reset time, which we are. But yeah, anyways, that's our game plan. Is we open for the new Mythic, we mess around with the new Mythic shortly, and then we mess around with the new faction. So if we go into Underworld, we do have a brand new faction. We'll be reading through all that and going through all the things that a new faction would normally bring, which is Obsidian Deaths right over here. But before we get into that, let's start with the Mythic. So what did global chat say? Yes, no, maybe so. Let's see. No one has answered. Makes sense. I see it though dropping, so I would assume so. I would assume such a thing. So let's go and try to get one. Let's do it. Let's throw a couple 200s. If we overwaste event keys, doesn't matter too much. Nope, none. Unfortunate. Interesting. That one troop isn't actually in the drop table here. How do I have more than one copy then? Because I only had one earlier. But yeah, he's not an event key. That one, Chaldini. Okay, we're 200 in. We're 600 in. Please drop. I want to know that it is indeed here. We're 800 in. If nothing else, if this is a glitch, I want my keys back. We have video evidence. This should be in drop table though. We're 1,000 in. Good thing I have a surplus of event keys. We're 1,200 in. Okay, it is confirmed in event keys. I'm just unlucky. Great. I see how it is. We're 1,400 in. We're 1,600 in. 2,000. We're 1,800 in. 2,000. We still haven't gotten it yet. 2,200. Has anyone truly confirmed? 2,400. Apparently it is here. 2,600. We're just very unlucky. 2,800. You have event keys and got a copy? Wow, we are really unlucky then because we're at 3,000. We've been so unlucky on some of the Mythics lately. 3,200. I know, we definitely need a pity system, gosh. 2,400. 2,600. 2,800. Wait, did I lose track? We're at 3,000. I got it within 200. Nice. Well, we are at 3,000. There we go. He does exist. It only took 3,200 event keys. But there he is. Tourmaline. Also, we have like 1 billion copies of everything else that exists here. But there he is. Anyways, let's go get this upgraded now that we just burned through like a third of all of our event keys. Yet we still have like an infinite stack. And like we could fail that hard like 2 to 3 more times and still have event keys left. Well, we could fail that hard 2 more times and still have event keys left. Also, here's over Daily Mail. Let me grab all that. Oh, apparently I had a bunch of uncollected rewards. Wait, what was the uncollected rewards from? Oh, we got the 25 gems from the... Oh, that's funny. I got the 25 gems from the class event yesterday, but I forgot to claim the 25 gems from the class event yesterday. We did it for the 25 gems, but I completely forgot to claim the 25 gems. Luckily, any rewards that you would have had just goes to your mail, so it's not that big a deal. There we go. It doesn't just get deleted. And there's the Mythic. And that was that $35 niche I was talking about earlier, when comparing it to like the 3 Anus and the other thing. It's not like exceedingly worth it, but it is the cheapest way to get a Nisha, though that's still absurdly expensive. Because we're talking like, what, 200 something dollars to max a Mythic? Anyways, so let's go and, speaking of maxing a Mythic, let's go max a Mythic, not counting that. So all the things that are easy to max, the level, the, oh, I never maxed the other guy either. Oh, never mind, because we got him in event key drop table, that's why we have him maxed, I think, right? Or are we exact on the thing? Wait, we actually have exact off of, that actually might not be from the event keys, that might be the exact amount from, the other thing. Well, I don't know because you just disappeared. Oh, well, doesn't matter. Anyways, oh yeah, we also got the world earlier. I didn't really mess with it much. However, I should probably trade it and level and all that. It's basically just the lowest mana cost full heal in the game. It's not really that relevant, which is why I kind of forgot to even upgrade it. However, what is a bit more relevant is this guy. Alright, so let's go get him leveled. Let's go get him, save a little bit of souls with a double green orb there. And let's go see what this thing can do. Get him his little good turret. Actually, I'll use a small orange on that last one there. Save a little celestial, not like we need it. But we definitely have enough oranges to go around, that's for sure. Oh, there we go. Oh, and I forgot the 2 greens. Wait. 2 greens, 1 small green, 2 small green. Also, I got a lot of major greens I should probably start using. Oh gosh, the lag. The reset lag. Anyways, while it's lagging, hello everyone. Hello, Roman. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, King. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Ray. Hello, Ian. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Neil Tur. Hello, hello, Easy Breezy. Hello, Isabel. Hello, no, I missed. Hello, Jacob. Hello, hello, Lester and Eliza. Hello, Stardust. Hello, Gimli. And hello, RimWorld. Okay, let's go get this guy leveled. Hopefully it won't hang up too much this stream. We are playing right at reset, so, could, lag things a little. Anyways, we now have that maxed, and now it's trying to give us that as well. No. Okay. Is that the weekend flash offer? Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Anyways, so let's go and, look at this Mythic. So, of course, this is a Hellcrag Mythic. Everything we got today is from Hellcrag. The new Obsidian faction is from Hellcrag, and of course the Mythic itself is from Hellcrag. It is right over here. Oh, also, keep in mind, if you are going to go for event keys like we just did, it is only for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. It'll not be available next week. However, the week after that, I believe is another Hellcrag event, so if you want to wait until then to throw down event keys for it, you can also do it then, or you should be able to. And it would still be the exclusive Mythic because there is only one Mythic in the kingdom. And it's him, the Tourmaline. Mythic from Hellcrag, Daemon Knight, which is relevant because he's not a construct. He's very specifically not construct. Anyways, he deals damage to all enemies and drains 4 mana from all enemies, boosted by Gargoyle Gems. This includes both good and bad Gargoyle Gems, giving quite a bit of potential in some teams. He has a 25% chance to summon a Myat, which we actually aren't getting until Bounty Hunter in a few weeks from now, when it dies, which is okay troop. It basically creates like 1 Gargoyle Gem and I think can poison a few times or something. It's kind of average, but for summon it has 50% score reduction, so that's nice. Has 25% score reflect. It doesn't have 50% score reduction, but you know, the troop it summons does. The Mythic itself doesn't. It just has 25% score reflect. And it creates a main gimmick, actually there's 2 main gimmick. It gets a good Gargoyle Gem every single time it takes an extra turn, which is basically what Zenith does, except Zenith does a bad Gargoyle Gem instead of good. And arguably, the Zenith doing bad, which is actually a legendary, is theoretically better than this one doing a good. However, you can tank up a little bit, if nothing else. Like, he has a lot of tanking potential. Also, there's less good than bad. meaning that you'd be able to cycle and get all of them on quicker, comparatively. And there's less of a chance you hit a bad one. Because generally, most positive status effects are actually kind of good, but a few exceptions, like maybe Submerge when the enemy has no AoE or something similar. Anyways, but yeah, he deals damage to all enemies and drains them. And he can get a really high drain based on how many gargoyle gems are on the board, and he does take into account both of the gargoyle gems. So let's go and build a team out of him. The first I kind of want to mess around with and see that he can end up doing. Also, we can go replace all these Geomancer teams now. But the main one I want to go see is 50% mana star off of Knights. Daemons don't currently have one. However, Knights do. And they can do so off of Sirquet and Hadley. So let's see if we could build like a weird pure brown team out of Knights. So let me double check the troop type of Knight. And see if we can actually get a pure build going. Though I'm not sure we necessarily have to go a pure build. Just to try to utilize the 50% a bit more if we can. Well, let's just see. Let's actually do it by base rarity and see if there's anything good there. The only problem is if we do have to use hero class, the Knight hero class is a bit on the underwhelming side. Speaking of which, Knight mythics are also pretty much on the underwhelming side. There's really only two good ones now, Guard's Avatar and Tourmaline. Tourmaline's not absurdly good. He's definitely not an S tier mythic, but he has a lot of potential. We mostly want to be finding extra turn spam, and a lot of stuff that we see here actually does not have the capability to extra turn spam. As the main thing we want to do is get a bunch of good gargoyle gems on the board so that when he ends up doing his ability, he'll be able to full mana drain the opposing team. It would also be a good idea to have a mana loop. So I'm almost thinking of just putting, not making it pure Knight, just putting like a Thrall on our team and having one other thing to hold down the line and just have him half mana start off of that. So doing something like this and then having like hero tank first or something for really good synergy here. So we have a way to be able to get rid of all of our gargoyle gems. What's the best way to place gargoyle gems on the board that isn't Zenith or himself? The problem is, the answer is Zenith. But we can't use Zenith. Zenith's a red-purple that's coming in a couple weeks. Actually, next Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. If you didn't skip any tiers. And if you've been doing every tier so far, which means it will have some mana conflict in this team. However, the only color we'd be missing is blue at that point. With that being said, what's a good blue? Any good blues out there? Any good blues in the game anywheres that can assist this team? I'm looking for base rarity. There's a lot of blue Knights, if nothing else. Blue. Oh, the first thing that actually come to mind before we even hit it, Mistralis, actually, could be kind of good. Where's Mistralis? Mistralis has potential. One thing that we can actually do with Mistralis that's kind of interesting. One downside of Tourmaline is he ends his turn. And what we can actually do is, if the board is kind of bad when we're about to end our turn, or, you know, like something that we don't necessarily want to give the enemy, we can simply just shuffle it with Mistralis and kind of go from there. So one thing I'm kind of considering is putting Sirquet and Hadley all the way in the back of our team. Just pretend he doesn't exist and use him pretty much just for his 50% mana start. We can then go for a Tourmaline tank, which seems a bit weird. Honestly, I should just put Hadley in first. He's the only one with skull reduction here. And since we're not running hero in this particular team, I think we kind of have to. I think we can make that work. And have Tourmaline there. We could put Tourmaline in a safer location, but I want to have the Mistralis backup plan. Also, going a multiple mana drain option would be kind of good as well. But yeah, let's roll with this. We do need to change banner accordingly. Given this team, we probably want to run a double purple. The only problem is we don't have anything to leak purple into. It's like a purple brown. Oh, we don't. Oh, we also don't have brown storm though. You know who I almost want to use instead of Thrall? Even though it's less mana accumulation, I'm tempted to actually make this a pure brown team and go with what's his name? Gosh, I cannot remember his name. Oh, wait, we can't though. I forgot. We're not using hero, so we're not gonna have half mana start. Because the main reason why that's even viable is because the half mana start. So we wouldn't be able to in that context. Yeah, I think we'll just go with this and see what it could do. Because we're, oh wait, but I just realized, how are we gonna get extra turns if we're doing Mistralis then? We kinda need something that has better extra turn potential than Mistralis. Ah, no. Oh, actually, no, Mistralis still can. You know what? It can still get it off the board. It'll be like slightly less likely with a bunch of gargoyles on the board. But she can still shuffle into it. So it should be fine. Because what we're mostly looking for is like Thrall first, just clear out the board. And then go from there. With that being said, I actually do want to go no purple. I think we want to go like a brown, probably brown green, brown red. Oh, you know what? One other thing we can actually do. Since we don't need the purple, let me actually go +2 green, +2 red. As much as I want to have plus on brown, this team's not really getting any extra brown. So we might as well go in the banner that, for whatever reason, has slightly better value. Because -1 on purple on Thrall does not actually hurt Thrall. Because he's divisible by 3. So even with the -1, because he has +1, doesn't actually affect his overall mana accumulation rate. So you can -1 him 1 in most situations without any penalty, unless you're using multiple purples, in which case it is a penalty. But if he's the only purple on your team, you can normally minus your purple to no negative effect. Also, I just realized I still haven't used the pet gnome bait, have I? That's kind of funny. I think I still have the pet gnome bait from Monday, because I was going to maybe test this in PvP. We could always test it in Explore 12. But does the guild have a pet active right now? Because I'm pretty sure I still have not triggered the random pet gnome bait that we had from Monday. Let me see. Which is kind of funny because we've actually had it last all week so far. Where is it? Yeah, we still have it. We haven't used it yet. That's insane. Okay, let's go use it real quick. From a probability theory, there is a 42.3% chance to get at least 1 mythic if you spend 500 event keys, and 99.6% chance at least 1 mythic if you spend 5,000 event keys. Oh gosh. We've gone to 3,000 something keys twice now. What's the probability on that? That has to be like a 90 point something %. Not sure exactly. Why is, let's see. When is the Fall Guys 2 years celebration? I have no clue. If I'm not mistaken, it's actually the 2-year anniversary already. I believe they're doing a Sonic event next week. So maybe that will be their celebration. Because technically, I think the 3-year anniversary was like 2 days ago. But they did like nothing for it. Which is also why we didn't stream it. Because they didn't do any kind of event or anything. Also because we've been doing that other game. Okay, let's go fight a Life and Death and see how it works. Let's see. Also, you know what else happened yesterday that I didn't bother streaming? Mario Kart got another pass. I think they added another 8 maps. Why don't you stream that sometime? Not today, though. Okay, so there's our guaranteed pet gnome. That is actually triggering from our pet gnome bait that we got on Monday from the Legends Reborn event. So that's cool. Okay, so right off the bat, we want purple. I lied. There actually is an instance where we got punished for having -1 on purple. We actually immediately get punished. That sounds about right. Immediately, it was detrimental to have -1 purple on him. In like one of the few rare situations where it would matter at all. So, interesting thing here. If we actually can get starting on turn 1 like we just did, we have a counter now to... Well, technically there's a lot of things that could do this if you could get started on turn 1. However, I can mana drain now. So this drains 4 mana plus 3 per gargoyle gem. There's currently 3 gargoyle gems on the board, which means we will get a 13 mana drain on everything. That means we will full mana drain him, and, well, everything, actually. Every single thing on his team will be full mana drained, except the ones that have immune to mana drain. Fail. Using a mana drain team on a team that is half immune to mana drain. Wonderful. Let's see. However, he is still full AoE, and we do still get a bunch of good gargoyle gems, which is nice. So we can kind of just keep spamming him for AoE damage. If they don't have Submerge, we can just keep pressuring. And that's pretty much our game plan here. Ideally, we can get some extra turns from Mistralis. Unfortunately, we do not get any extra turns from Mistralis. However, we do have 2 gargoyle gems in play. This unfortunately will not drain Book. But we can... Wait, can we convert purple to yellow? Yes. Okay, I'm actually going to... Oh, no, that's not the one I meant to cast. No! Oh, he killed himself off Reflect. Oh! Oh! Why did I not think of that interaction? Oh, I know why the Mythic has Reflect now. Because he has good gargoyle gems. While gaining every effect in the game, you're going to gain Barrier plus Reflect. Barrier plus Reflect still reflects their full damage. And the 25% also triggers there. So if you had Barrier, Reflect, and his 25% Reflect, you're going to reflect 75% for all the damage they do. Well, with the skull anyways. But if they cast on you, you're still going to reflect that 50% cast on you and barrier so you don't take damage. I see what his main gimmick is now. That's kind of interesting. That has some potential. I feel like we need something that extra turn spams a bit more than this team. Alright, what pet did we just activate? I wasn't even paying attention. Let's see. Oh, we got a gnome immediately after. It's not a vault event this weekend. We just happen to be getting a lot of gnomes. Well, that first one was guaranteed off a bait, though. Okay, we are frozen right now. As per almost any team, that is bad. It is very bad to see. Let's take a purple for now. Main reason we want to not be frozen with this team is we do need a lot of extra turns to function. And one really big issue right now is we actually have alignment, and I can't go for it, though I'm still going to go for it. Because I need those good gargoyles. Oh no, he just got the good gargoyle from us. Yeah, that's also going to be an issue. That will happen a lot with freeze against us. Let's see. Let's go get a mana drain. We also have to be careful to make sure we go for battles that do have things that don't have immune to mana drain. Because that is pretty important. So we do have a purple takeable on this board. I am tempted to go for it now because we kind of need mana going on this team. So I'm going to go for a shuffle. Our first lot dies, but that's actually very beneficial because now we're not frozen anymore. So now we can just clear out the board, hopefully land an extra turn here, and we're good to go. And we do just that. We can now go for another mana drain, kind of cycle our mana again, and be good to go. Unfortunately, that one did get a Submerge off our own good Gargoyle gem. So having Dispel on a team like him could actually be kind of useful. Not because we need to get rid of their natural stats effects, but because we need to get rid of the stats effects that we give them. Because even if the enemy team has no positive stats effects, you still need Dispel to get rid of the stats effects that you might accidentally give to them, which is a bit of a liability, but you can end up doing that with like a hero class or something similar. He definitely has potential. It just has a lot of potential to also backfire. It's not as bad as backfiring as that one troop with the lucky gems, but it definitely can backfire. Oh, is there a Warcoin adventure board today? Nice. Anyone who hasn't gotten all of them, definitely make sure to claim that. Those are pretty scarce these days. We do not give Warcoins too often. Alright, unfortunately I don't have a Cascade there, so what we can do is just throw down a Thrall. Get our extra turn there. Throw down a Mana Drain. Oh, wait, he is the Mythic too. That's kind of funny. I wonder if he realizes it's not a construct. Yeah, he does. Because he's not using the other thing. Okay. So let's go drain him. It's going to be full drain everywhere. Let's go and... we're basically going to cast that to see if we can cheese an extra turn or two. Then we're probably just going to clear out the board, get a billion positive stats effects, hopefully have alignment, and go from there. Hopefully also get enough mana accumulation. So right there we get a billion different positive stats effects. Oddly enough, his team is actually helping our team because he gets to create good Gargoyle gems as well. And since we're in advantage right now, that helps us more than it helps him. So we'll just full mana drain his whole team. One odd thing about this mana draining troop, though a lot of them are like that, it does not actually have immune to mana drain itself, which can lead to some weird situations. We just got several good Gargoyle gems. The only problem right now is Thrall's a turn off from triggering. So I can't actually get him triggered here. However, it's not really going to matter because we already won. And even if we didn't, it was still our turn for an extra turn Skull, into an extra turn Brown, into an extra turn Yellow, into whatever else that would have chained into. It's not bad. It's not like exceedingly good, but I like the premise of what it's trying to do. We'll definitely try something else next. This will be the last one we do for this team. So we're going to try like another team or two, and then we'll go mess with the faction for the rest of the time. This one has started with a Mythic since, might as well. But then we'll switch over to doing faction stuff. Let's see. So right off the bat, pretty good start. Unfortunately, I do not have all the purple mana I need, though we did get enchant, so it's not really going to matter much. Main thing we need to make sure we deny is his green to purple here if we can. So if we could take this in any way that kind of denies that a little bit more, we probably should. Unfortunately, I still give him some mana, though he's still kind of denied the one in theory. So if I just go for a Thrall here, as long as he doesn't go like extra turn crazy, we should have just win. He doesn't get a life and death here, but that's fine. Okay. What's our game plan here? He has Bless, which is going to be concerning. However, aside from that, I think we could just start pressuring damage. So the only thing, he does have two things with immune to mana drain. The new guy with a bunch of extra stats because of the other pet. I'm not sure if he has that pet, but I would assume so. Actually, we can see right here if he does or not. He actually does not have the new pet. He didn't spend gems for it. But he does have the thing that gets +5 to all stats, so he doesn't specifically have those stats since he didn't get it. But yeah, he's running pretty standard life and death there. Although in a bit of a weird positioning. Let's see. Unfortunately, we didn't get any extra turns there. Do we have alignment, though? We don't, surprisingly. So I'm just going to clear the board and hope we have an option. It's pretty much going to be our game plan a lot of times with it. If we just have nothing on the board. Once again, we do not have alignment somehow, which is very unfortunate. I'm just going to have to go for another throw and hope we get lucky with this Cascade. Which we did. There's only one good Gargoyle gem in play, however, that's generally enough. Like, as long as you're doing the Cascade where you land an extra turn, you're pretty much good to go to just cast it in most situations. Unfortunately, we did not get a extra turn off Mistralis there. We also didn't get alignment from Mistralis there, meaning we either have to go for our AoE or go for mana accumulation again. So let's do that. Hopefully have a skull poke here and then win. Unfortunately, we don't, so we'll clear the board and then throw down our win condition. And then he's dead. Actually, wait, I could have already done that. I forgot. I double taps when there's only one enemy left. That would have killed even if we didn't have alignment. I always think we need the skull alignment, but I forgot he has double tap on his ability. Because it's a double hit, but it double hits when he has a 2 hitting attack, but it double hits when there's one enemy left. which allows you to stack. Hey, someone's setting 3 Infernos for that event. Why couldn't we find this earlier when we actually needed it? Anyways, that's our first team with it. Let me actually change it to, well, what is this, 4 times? Oh, no, this isn't 4 times of color. You can make it into 4 times brown by replacing that one troop. However, we shall call this, I guess we'll call it the Tourmaline Shuffle. The Tourmaline Shuffle. Tourmaline Shuff. Because shuffle will not fit. The Tourmaline Shuff. There we go. So Tourmaline Shuffle team. Alright, next. Let's go find something else to go mess with. Let's see. Did we spend exactly 5,000 gem keys on the last one? That's pretty absurd. We've been getting really bad mythic luck lately. I'm not sure why. But we've been like making up for any good luck we've ever had on any mythic ever in the last few mythics, but how bad we've been getting on them. Anyways, so what do we need here? We need, well, obviously a new mythic. So let's start with Hellcrag. I'm going to try building around not 50% mana start because honestly, it doesn't seem like we need it. Like, it helps with our first cast, which can help against double empower. But for the rest of the battle, it's doing nothing for us. So let's try building just around extra turn spamming. So unfortunately, we can't go the pure mech team, construct team, because he's not under that category. Daemons, I don't think have an option for. Knights, kind of don't. There is a knight weapon we could utilize, though. So, oh wait, there's actually a Hellcrag weapon. Hold up. Didn't we get that Hellcrag weapon this week? Someone said it was glitched. Does anyone know if they fixed that glitch yet? We're about to find out. Someone said this wasn't on the Monday videos, because I haven't actually messed around with it, because it seemed kind of average. Though this might be the one situation where we can actually use it, is with the new mythic. Mostly because you'd only need to use it if you're not using pure construct in within Hellcrag. And the only context currently where you would use a non-pure construct team in Hellcrag is literally Tourmaline. Like, it is the only single situation where that would happen. It ends up creating brown and red, which are 2 very useful colors because brown feeds into Tourmaline and red also as well. But the red also feeds into Zenith. So your team can basically be this weapon, Zenith, Tourmaline, something else, something along those lines, which will have a very good potential. And definitely something we have to try once we have Zenith. However, we don't, so we have to build around whatever else is here. First thing that comes to mind is definitely that mana accumulator. Might even put him in first slot since he's pretty tanky. So maybe I should just do this, and then we can see all of the things from here. Oh yeah, we also have to keep in mind, we do have the potential of using any of the mythic troops, or the, not mythic, I mean the 4 new faction troops. Unfortunately, none of these are that good. Zenith is, though. Soon Zenith. You shall show your true power. But this thing has like a jumble and doesn't have extra turn, so it's useless. Though it's trying to be Phoenicia at a lower level range, but it just isn't doing anything. It doesn't have extra turn. We have Exploded Gem, then Explode a random gem for each skull destroyed, really bad. We have the Obsidiaxis, which we'll be getting to in the quest line soon. There's a 30% chance to create an evil gargoyle gem when its turn begins. Unfortunately, it doesn't help us with extra turn spamming. However, it does have AoE synergy if they don't have Submerge, so it deals damage to all enemies, boosted by gargoyle gems and stone blocks. I'm curious how many stone blocks are actually in his faction, because that's actually kind of relevant for once. And we got this guy, which just deals some splash damage, and then it creates 1 to 2 random gargoyle gems. Can be either or. Unfortunately, pretty average troop. And these other 2 are from the past that we'll be getting in the next week or so. Anyways, none of those help us now. So, this one might, though. Hold up. It covers a color we don't use. Freeze a random enemy, then create 3 gargoyle gems and gain an extra turn. This seems like it'll help us a lot. Unfortunately, it does not get fed off of red or purple, but however, it is, or red or brown, I mean. However, it is not blocked on anything, which is the main benefit we're going to be getting there. So, I'm actually going to do it in this order, I think. Change our banner to -blue, as we don't actually use blue here. Oddly enough, I believe the faction's banner, or the kingdom's banner, is -blue, is it not? Yeah, Hellcrag. +2 brown, +1 red. And in this context, that is actually exactly what we need. Good job, Hellcrag banner. There we go. Okay. So let's just roll with that and see what happens. Oh, obviously we need to be Geomancer as well. However, we are already set to Geomancer. You can't plus any of those other colors. You can only plus brown and red. I was like, wait, maybe we should plus green, but I forgot. He can only enchant on green, which I guess for himself is technically like a +1 on green. It just goes into the following turn. The problem is it's a following turn mechanic, not the current turn. Maybe let's see if we could do this. This is pure Hellcrag, so we'll name this 4x Hellcrag. Tourmaline 4x Hell. It doesn't fit. 4XL. 4XL. 4L. There we go. Let's see. In the video, we'll have the full name. Which is what I normally do for them as well. You just have to fit it in that very, very, very small one for that screen. Okay, so right off the bat, we're mostly want to be aiming for purple, green. Oh, that's even more of a reason we should maybe give it a +1. But we're mostly want to aim for purple, green, or brown. So in this case, we kind of do have to go for the brown. Go for a big explosion. Oh, I just realized we're not up against a real team here. Oh well. We'll find a real team soon. So we'll take that. We'll take that. We'll go for a mana drain here, just to make sure none of them have any mana. And basically, we're just going to keep chipping them down. I just realized one problem with this team. Actually, no, we do have another damage source. I was going to say, this is like our only damage source, but technically we do have other damage sources. So I'm going to do this. This is going to create 1 billion different gargoyle gems on the board. And now he has a 22 mana drain to all enemies. That is strong. That's a lot of mana drain. Okay, next team we build 100% has to have the spell. That is an issue we're going to continue to have with this team. That will not be fixed unless I put the spell on our team. Because one downside of him, or any power gem creating troop, is the enemy can also take those power gems for the full benefit. So if you don't have a way to handle that, and in his case having a way to get rid of their positive stats effects when they do that, that can start to become an issue. However, I don't know, this thing has some mana drain potential. I'm really scared to see what Zenith and him is going to look like. Because that's actually one thing that would make it so you technically don't need Submerge. Or counters to Submerge. Because Zenith is Skull Spam, whereas he is AoE. And the things that counter Skull Spam generally don't counter AoE. So it's going to be good to go. We have a bit of a bad situation here. He's running a double empower team. Which, unless we can get a lot of mana accumulation very quickly, is kind of bad. I'm going to try to extra turn off for red and just hope it works out. I think that's going to be our best bet here. Unfortunately, we extra turned on brown. Oh, but we're not frozen on brown. Oh, never mind. That still works. We're not frozen on red either, so we'll take that. We have a gargoyle gem, 3 gargoyle gems in play. All goods, because it's all for him. We'll then go for the big mana drain. That is a 13 mana drain there. So go for that. Get a nice drain. Oh, you have immune. Why would you give immune to... I forgot there's a couple of them. But whose idea was it to give a mana drain immunity to an empower troop? Why would you do such a thing? Were they not powerful enough already that they needed even more power? That's the big issue with them, as well as mana drain in general in the current state of the game. Back in the day, there used to be no immunity to mana drain, where and during that time, mana drain thrived. Then they added 1 billion ways to have immune because it was so ridiculously strong at the time, and then they kind of overcompensated. Because now with all the immunities, mana drain generally is almost never used as a mechanic. This Mythic might start to bring it back ever so slightly, as he's actually a kind of good mana drainer. However, he still has all the same issues that every mana drainer in the game has, which is so many things have immune to mana drain. Between Bless, having off their trait, Impervious, that indestructible thing. Like, there's just so many teams that carry it now that it's a little hard to use in the current state of the game. But he's pretty good once he gets going, with how much drain spam he can actually end up applying, assuming they can be drained. And generally he's got to be placed with enough stuff that you can just clean up whatever you need to kill it out. Well, there we go. Also, thank you, Isabel, for 32 months of being a member on the channel. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, another late night stream. We've been doing quite a few of them lately. Actually, we did 2 of them this week. Monday for the Legends Reborn, and today for the Mythic and the faction. Speaking of which, I think we're going to stop messing with the hero class for now. I mean, the Mythic for now. I think we will revisit it during the stream, as I do want to mess around with more teams. However, we haven't done anything with the new faction yet. We're already 30 minutes in, so let's go and head over to the new faction. Also claim our little PvP thingies, apparently. But yeah, let's go head over to the new faction and go do the storyline reading. Let me just double check on chat if I missed anything, because I was kind of focusing. Let's see, last Mythic you spent... Oh yeah, I read that earlier. Also, hello Clipbomb, welcome, welcome. Sleeping and lurking. You're gonna lurk in your sleep. I do that sometimes. Like have a stream on in the background or some kind of... Actually, I don't do it with streams. I normally do it with videos, where I have it on in the background and just kind of listen to it as I sleep. I've done it ever so occasionally with streams, but normally it's a video or something. Let's see. Also, hello Logic Server. I didn't say hi, as well as Imperial. Welcome, welcome everyone. Alright, so let's go to the the storyline reading for the Hellcrag faction, which is called Obsidian Deaths. Good old water. Stay hydrated. Alright, let's go and read through all this. So, Obsidian Deaths, 4,000 gold. Give me that. Something of the Black Crystal. A new faction, a new banner. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We have a +2 purple, +1 brown, -1 green banner. Really, really solid banner. This is like a Black Manacle banner. This is a Thrall banner. There's a lot of really good things we can end up utilizing for this. One other thing that's pretty noteworthy is a Iron Guts Zugaf team does not normally need green, because at most you have like Leprechaun, and Leprechaun already has +1 green. So this might be the new, really good version of a Iron Guts Zugaf banner, making the Iron Guts Zugaf even more broken than it already was. It already had like a kind of okay banner, but this is also a really solid option. There's a lot of Leprechaun teams that will be using this, because as we were mentioning earlier, Leprechaun, well, Thrall and Leprechaun, they both have like the same situation, where if you -1 on them, it normally will not have any effect on them, particularly with Leprechaun, because after you do his first cast, you're not even really necessarily looking to redo him for another cast, because you're normally feeding into something else. So -1 his +1 green generally doesn't matter unless you're using a really green heavy team, like, you know, like Rowan or something. But yeah, this is going to be great for Black Manacle. It's going to be good for Iron Guts Zugaf. It's going to be good for Thrall Leprechaun teams. There's a lot of teams that'll be using this, especially with Archmages. Though it doesn't have to be used with Archmages, of course. It could be used with pretty much anything. But yeah, this has a lot of potential, this banner. It's actually among one of the better ones in the entire game. Anyways, let's go and do the storyline. Obviously, it's a pretty short storyline compared to them. Though, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't this have the new format as well? The one that they just added? Yeah, it does. Isn't this the first faction since then? Hold up. This is the first faction we have that has this new format. Cool. Because the previous faction was all the way back in, what, December? Because of Nexus? With the Umbral Portal? But yeah, this is actually the first faction we had that has this format, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, unless you've already had a faction that you didn't have done. As we traveled through the underworld, we came upon an area filled with dark monoliths. I heard of this place. A great blight occurred here. A blight in the underworld? I know, the whole place is blight. The place you call the underworld, once it was free of daemons too, but you are one. You are a daemon. You are a daemon. Oh, that's not the team I want. Let me use like standard Rowan. Good old Rowan. Last new faction was early this year, months after Nexus. Wait, which one was it then? Wait, what one did we still not have? I thought Nexus was the most recent one. What do we have since then? Am I forgetting one? I thought we already had them all by then. Unless I'm forgetting of one. So I'm not set to armor right now, but I believe we have enough damage to one-shot it even without it. Oh yeah, Fire Rifts. Hold up, yeah, there was that Fire Rift one, wasn't there? Was that after this visual patch? Yeah, it might have been. We might have already read one of them. I'm losing track. But anyways, we have another one to read. There were more than dark monoliths here. This place was also filled with foul creatures. It is just as I feared. These dark golems? Yes, creatures made of obsidian. Medusa traveled here long ago. Hey, they're tying in Medusa because she's in the season pass thingy. It's like the second or third storyline thingy that has tied her in. Makes sense. Clearly, Torpor had a tale to tell. Why did Medusa... Also, we were going to be going over Medusa Monday night, by the way, when we do our stream. We're not going to do an 8 a.m. or a 3 a.m. stream for that, though. However, we will be going over that Monday night on our normal stream. Why did Medusa come to this place? Medusa traveled here to the underworld many times. She was always in search of secrets, dark secrets. It was here she learned the curse of the stone. Let's go destroy all the things. Get our explosion. Get our splits. And you're dead. This is generally every Rowan build in existence. Cast Rowan win. We're not even using armor either, which is kind of sad. Like, this thing has like 20-something more damage potential than what we're doing now. Actually, not 20-something, almost like 40-something. Or like 30-something. Whatever it is, a lot more damage than we would be getting. But it's enough to kill, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, Torpor was clearly here for revenge. You want to end the magic here, don't you? Not the magic. Just as source. Medusa learnt the custom, or the curse, from an ancient dragon. Also, I still struggle to read this text. I don't know, do any of you guys find this text hard to read? Because I definitely do. Though I like how stylized it looks. Though I do find it slightly hard to read. The typeface. It might also be because it's in all caps. I'm not that good at reading all caps in any typeface. Obsidiaxis was its name. I will see it dead. We set about looking for the dragon. You said there was a blight here. Indeed. Obsidiaxis used the very spell he taught Medusa. The Curse of Stone? Exactly. I would see its secret lost forever. Oh, we take her. Yeah, it is still technically possible if you do a 99 faction to do a potionless run still. You can't do it for any of them that you already got to 100. But if you want to try doing a potionless run just for the challenge of it, you can put a faction up to 99 and then run it. You'd still have to get all the way to 500 though. But no, we're still going to 100 on it. Probably exactly 100. Might go a little bit further though. Normally I go for like 155 or whatever it is, wherever you get that extra like 2 magic gain. We found our way through the darkness. I'm curious. You wonder if Obsidiaxis will turn us to stone? Yes. He used the curse before. Then we must be fast. We must be fierce. And then turn to stone instantly. Also, that's kind of funny. We actually technically have a stone statue on our shoulder. Joke's on you. I have an omen to ward off your stone. It is a stone statue that protects me from turning into stone. It's called Lady Liberty. Is that canon? It is now. That will be our stone statue to ward off the stone transformation. Obsidiaxis lies ahead. I have no clue what order to read this in. I think it right over here. Show no mercy, and do not allow it to cast the curse. Oh wait, never mind. Okay, never mind. Hold up, I think I have to read downwards. Obsidiaxis lies ahead. Then it is time. Revenge awaits us. Show no mercy, and do not allow it to cast the curse. He hastened forward. Alright, let's go kill this thing. Apparently it rules the darkness. I really love its troop art. I wish it was actually useful. But as is almost every dragon in the current state of the game, it is near useless. As they all pretty much just come with an AoE, no board control, and rather useless follow-up. Which is really sad, because they used to be like one of the strongest typings in the game. And now due to Submerge and the fact that a lot of them are very similar useless troops, or near useless troops, they just tend to not get used. They don't have enough board control as a typing. Also, their 50% mana start troop is horrifically bad. Anyways, victory is yours, my friends. For now, I remain vigilant. I do not trust an ancient dragon to stay dead. Let us leave this dark place. I plan I could definitely get behind. And we have now left. And there we go. We have now unlocked the Obsidian Deaths. And there he is. Anyways, let's go get a billion copies of these things. And go get them all maxed so we can get a bunch of stars. I'm actually not sure what star level we reach on the kingdom right now. If I had to guess, it's probably 6 or 7 star. Ooh, mythic treasure. Great to see. But yeah, we'll spam these down, go get them all upgraded. Hey, we finally got a copy to legend. Nice. Gonna need a few more copies of those. Yeah, let's keep doing this until we have all 4 of them maxed. And then we'll go upgrade the horde level to 100, maybe to 100 something something. Maybe like 155 or whatever it was. And then we'll go and start doing some of the faction. Make up some teams for it, all that good stuff. Also, the video on the faction probably won't be up until a little bit later. I'm not even sure if I'll get it done today necessarily. Because I want to cover the Mythic first. We might even build out the rest of the teams for the Mythic on the stream. Or at least one more, if not all of them. Because normally I show like 4 or so. We meet 2 of them so far. I still need to make a cheap option. We could always make it purely based on the kingdom as well. It's always an option. Also, hello, Michael. Welcome, welcome. Also, hello, Presumed. Welcome as well. You don't read it, honestly. I like reading them. It's fun. A little bit of lore. This doesn't take that long, especially with how quick the battles were. If the battles took longer, I would probably feel like more hesitant to like read it, since it would take even longer on top of that longer. However, the battles die in like seconds, so reading them's not that bad at all. That's one issue with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I would say. It's like you'll go into a long battle and it's like, oh, we also have like several minutes of reading after already doing a long battle. Gems of War has really short battles, so the reading isn't as bad. Alright, let's see where we're at. I have no clue if we have enough yet, but we're about to find out. Upgrade. Yes, kind of. Some of them are going to get max. I'm not sure if I have enough to get all of them max, but it looks pretty close. If any of them are going to be short, I think it might be the ultra rare. We're about to find out. Let's see how many kingdom stars we have as well. Oh no, you know what? I forgot to do something for the kingdom. Oh, we're not going to be able to get all the kingdom stars right now. I forgot. I haven't done the challenges. I meant to do that sometime this week, and then it completely slipped my mind. And I actually don't have the challenges done, so we're actually going to be locked, I think, at our current star level, which is kind of funny. Because even though I think we can get to level 7 or 8 right now, I actually didn't do those challenges yet. I guess we could real quick. Because I think we only have to do the first 2 sets, which realistically are only going to take a few minutes. But I forgot to actually do that already. Let's see. Oh yeah, we do have enough to upgrade them all. Perfect. Barely. Yeah, we only need to do up to challenge 3 or like 2 or 3. We can literally get it done in like 5 minutes, so maybe I will go do it right now. Like, it's not going to take that long at all. Like, if it was going to take like 15 minutes, I probably wouldn't. But like, we're going to be able to get 2 kills, 3 kills, probably almost 4 kills per minute. So it's not going to take that long at all. I bet kills, I mean battles. Also, for the faction, you're probably going to use 3 of him with something that can clear out the board. Which means that one golem that does the 1 explode that's nearly useless may actually be used. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's actually the only way in the entire kingdom to explode the board, which is kind of sad. Because if I go to Obsidian Deaths, I believe it is the only thing with destroying the entire faction. Because this does splash and creates 1 to 2 gargoyle. This does a bunch of AoE, boosted by stuff. This has a bunch of stone blocks and gargoyle, meaning the only thing that can explode in this entire kingdom is Dark Golem, meaning you are actually forced and required to use Dark Golem on your team for the pure faction. Well, you don't necessarily have to, but you definitely should. So the team for the faction event, or the faction battle, would end up pure faction, is Dark Golem with the triple of what's his name, which I might as well put that over top the team. Where's my faction team? Pure faction. Because pure faction is going to be this. Oh, I don't have a third. Oh, never mind. I need to go get a third. 1 second. Oh, we're not done yet. I need to go get enough copies to go find 1 more of him. I need 1 more copy to Legend, because we do require 3 of them. Wait, did I just get to Legend there? I wasn't even paying attention. I spam clicked so quick. I saw the legendary border, but I didn't see if it was a genie lamp or not. It was a genie lamp fail. Alright, let's try again. Wait. What was the one next to it, though? Maybe it wasn't. Let's double check. What's the easiest way to get there? Obsidian. Yeah, we did get a copy there. Okay, that's what I thought. There was actually a double legendary there. I saw the first one, saw it was a genie lamp, and it's like, oh, we need more. But no, there was actually another icon there. Anyways, where's my pure faction? There we go. And obviously banner to double brown purple, which oddly enough, isn't that the no, the faction's banner is actually inverse that. I need something like that or that. Doesn't really matter which, or have that one. Yeah, double brown purple. And the main reason for this is because you want to feed more so into Obsidiaxis than into the first troop. Especially since he's probably getting at least 1 or 2 of his mana back anyways from his explode. Oddly enough, I don't know, would you try to explode skulls? I guess you would. You want to do like the most amount of skulls that also explodes a gargoyle gem. But sometimes you might just go for the higher concentration of gargoyle gems. It really depends. His explosion is really inconsistent, and under normal circumstances, you will never use his troop. But because it does exist for this faction, we are going to use him. Also, let me go get him upgraded. Gives him a little bit more tankability, which is his main role other than mana accumulating for this faction only. So I will go give him a little upgrade. Oh wait, this is only a rare? Did I just waste metal? No, I just wasted a Orpheus on his first level. I thought this was an ultra rare, my bad. Whoops. Well, I just wasted Orpheus there. I thought it was an ultra rare. But no, he's actually only a rare. Oh, that's not too big a deal. We have like 1 billion Orpheuses. Yeah, he's actually... that would explain why he's so bad overall. He's only a rare. But however, he's still the best option we have for that. Actually, he's the only option we have for that, which is why he's the best option for it. Anyways, that'll be the Peer faction when we messed with it earlier. Dark Golem, triple Obsidiaxis. Because the other two aren't really going to do much for us. Anyways, let's go upgrade the Horde level. And then we can actually start doing stuff with it if we want to. Before we do, now that we just did all the troop upgrades, let's go do one little sidetrack real quick. So it is now possible to get this place's power level up. However, I forgot to do this earlier, so I'm going to do this really quick. And by really quick, I mean it shouldn't take that long at all. We basically just have to one-shot 14 battles in a row, and Rowan wins at like 3 to 4 per minute, likely 4. So this should take, in theory, 3 minutes. So let me just do this real quick, as I did not actually do this earlier. And it should allow us to get to 8-star Kingdom, I believe. I mostly just want to do this to confirm what star level it can reach. Though we are missing 2 troops. I'm missing Zenith and I'm missing the Tarot card. So we can go a little bit higher. We just need to wait for those. As most people probably don't have them yet unless you bought up in the tiers. Mere mortal mistakes. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we made a couple mistakes this stream. It is 4 a.m. in the morning. Actually, more specifically, it is 3:51 a.m. and 21 seconds in the morning. That's the only problem with doing streams this late at night. Because I slept for 3-4 hours. Like, I tried sleeping for longer, but effectively I've only slept for maybe 4 hours tops. I will be napping again later. I do want to try getting the Mythic video out first, though. And then when I wake up, if I have time, or if we already have set up, I want to try getting the faction video up later today. I'll also be messing around with it on stream, of course. Once we get to that point. We're almost at that point. We'll start building up the faction teams and start running the faction. I should have done that before you max G. Yeah, I meant to do this already, what we're doing right now. It just kind of slipped my mind throughout the week. Or I should say throughout the 3 weeks. Because technically this has been doable for quite some time now. It doesn't take that long, though. Check the weapon. Oh, yeah, I didn't actually check the weapon yet. Is it any good? I knew we were getting, like, one weapon that is not bad. Was this the one? Because I know we were getting, like, a green-yellow construct explodey weapon. I believe it was going to come through invasions, though. Because it would make sense, because I believe the next invasion we have is a construct invasion. Which means having a weapon that benefits constructs by exploding would make most sense on an invasion event. And I believe that's next week, if I'm not mistaken. Like, next week's weekend, I think. Or next week's week. I think it's next week's weekend, though. Because I believe that's when we get the construct one. Unless we literally get it from the faction. I could have sworn it was from a invasion week, though. But I could be wrong. Though there were a few okay weapons that were coming through the place. Like some that were related to gargoyle gems. And I would assume whatever's from the kingdom itself, is that, or from the faction itself, is a gargoyle gem based one. Alright, 3 more battles, and then we should be able to see all of our stars just shoot straight up. Because we're currently at 5-star. Then we're just going to burst all the way to like 8 or something. I still remember when we bursted up like 10 something stars. I think it was almost a dozen. Because the kingdom was locked for the longest time, and then it finally got what it needed. I think it was a hero class. And then it shot up like a dozen stars. I can't remember what kingdom that was, but it was really funny. Yeah, the explodey one I'm pretty sure comes in the following week. The one for this faction, last I recall, is bad. Whatever weapon is, I haven't actually looked at it yet. The last I recall, it isn't good. There we go. Okay, we shot up to 7-star instead of 8-star, so we're still missing something then, are we? I'm missing... oh yeah, I'm just missing another Hellcrag troop. If this guy was maxed, we'd reach it. Oh, no, we are just missing a straight-up troop. Well, when we have the tower in a couple weeks, we'll have it then. Or, I mean, in a week. Because we'll be getting the tower and Zenith, I believe, next week. We end up getting those. So that's right around the corner. We'll get it soon. Just have to wait. Anyways, those are technically possible to have right now, but also, we're not going to. We'll have them in a week or so. Alright, claim all the loots right there from the challenges, thank you. Okay, next. Now that with that out of the way, we now have a 7-star Hellcrag, though I think we can go to 8 or 9 technically, if you had the other two. So, let's go upgrade our horde level, and then we can start messing with the faction. Let me go look at the weapon real quick, since we were just talking about it. If we go over to games and not the pet, why'd I click on pet? Oh, just in case. Let's see if we have it maxed. We do. Okay. So let's click on the faction. Click on... Oh, I like the format. It's like a square. It is a square. It's not like a square. It is a square. What does this book do? So, explode a bunch of gems, then summon an Obsidian Deaths troop. Interesting. So this is a pretty standard explodey with summon. What's your follow-up, though? Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, yeah. How many do we need to buy again? Oh, yeah. We have to buy, like, tier 7, like, several times. I forgot. We have to spend, like, 2,000 something gems if we're going to do it. Well, let's do it, then. 1, 2. Oh, wait, what am I counting now? We don't need to count until we do tier 7. And we're going to do this to get it done this weekend. And I think we'll do it 5 times. So, 1, 2, 3. Actually, we'll do it 7 times. 4. That's 2,510. 5. 6 and 7. So that's 2,510 gems, and that will allow us to speed through quite a bit of them. We'll probably do like the first 150-ish or 200 and then start doing them. I heard someone say it's a 5-room format earlier. Is it? It looks like a 4. Oh, it is a 5-room. 1, 2, 3, boo. Yeah, it's a 5-room delve because you have to go that way. Aw, why make a square like this? Though then again, if they made it to the right, it actually would have literally been Hall of Guardians, so that's why I did this. Because if they made this path go to the right, it is quite literally the exact Hall of Guardians, just in a different shape. Because Hall of Guardians is set up like this. Which I didn't even really think of until I saw that one, but Hall of Guardians is set up in a square. So technically it's not the first square, but it goes to right and then you can branch off. And I was like, why didn't they do that for that? But it's because Hall of Guardians is technically already that faction. So they had to make it different. Well, they didn't have to, but, you know, they made it different. Well, that's unfortunate. But yeah, they ended up doing that then. Because if it made it go right and then up and down, it would literally just be Hall of Guardians then. With the only exception being that the final room is not a straight line. So it's basically just worse Hall of Guardians. Is basically what this layout is. It's just Hall of Guardians, but worse. But at least you don't have to make as many decisions with the pathing. But yeah, that does mean it's a 5-room delve, which is unfortunate. Those are the worst kind. Anyways, let's go get this place's horde upgraded. And then we'll be good to go. A new Mythic is so bad? Is it? We've actually been having pretty good success with it. Like, it's not, like, insanely good, but I wouldn't say it's bad. Like, it's slightly above average. It's a very situational utility troop for the main purpose of mass mana draining. It's definitely not something that would be used a lot. But I don't know, we've been doing pretty good with it. We'll be having a video going over teams, hopefully in a couple hours from now. After we do some more with the faction, we're actually going to mess with that too. I just want to get some faction stuff done and build up some teams and all that. Well, likely I'll cover the Mythic video before I go to bed. And then the other video sometime. Hopefully later today, but realistically might be tomorrow. I'll try to get it up later today. The faction one. Though we will be messing with the faction as soon as we go get this thing upgraded right now. Still 10 times better than Amnesia. Yeah, Amnesia is another one of those mythics that took me way too many resources. But, yeah, she's always been bad. She's a little bit better when she first came out, but she's never been good. It's just the fact that she summoned Infernus like that used to be a little bit better. Like, it's still annoying that she does it, but it's not particularly strong. Especially compared to, like, Weaver's Web Spinner. Because at the time that Amnesia was added, Arachnian Weaver either did not exist or did not have Web Spinner as a summon. One or the other, I can't remember which. Possibly both. And that just didn't exist and it didn't have the trait. However, so at the time, you weren't able to run, like, Weaver for that super summon. But ever since then, there was really no point ever using Amnesia. Even prior to that, there already kind of wasn't. Because for some amount of time, she did have among one of the better summons of any troop in the game. But then Arachne Weaver came in and became the best, best like specific troop summoner in the game, being able to summon a web spinner out of nothing. Well, technically not out of nothing. You need a kill for it, but has such a high chance that it's doing almost every time, anyways. Also, gosh, our gold stack has seen better days. Also, I'm not sure what my target level is for this right now. I'm just kind of putting stuff into it. I'm just kind of clicking the upgrade buttons and seeing where we go. I actually don't know what our target goal really is here, other than getting it higher. Well, obviously at least 100, because you got to do that to max out the faction. But like, I mean, beyond that, I guess we're going for like a 155 or something. Because I believe that gives us 21 magic. I wish there was a slider here so you didn't have to click a billion times. But yeah, 155. I was right. Wasn't sure if I was remembering correctly, but yeah, 155 is our target goal. Oh yeah, I didn't see the effects on the weapon. I need to go double check it. It might actually be an okay explodey weapon. It's not the one I was referring to when I was saying the construct one though. But it is definitely a usable weapon. Especially if it has good secondary effects. Which I don't think I ever bothered checking. Oh, we got a potion. Oh, you know what? That's actually, I think, the first time I've seen that potion unlock. Because I'm pretty sure we didn't have a new kingdom, new faction since then. Because I've never actually seen the first potion unlock because I just already had it for every kingdom. There's the other one. Gosh, poor gold stack. We need to do some gold farming or something. I do a bunch of Explore 12. Our gold stack's starting to dwindle. Especially since we have to spend another 2 million into the guild next week too. As soon as Monday hits. Maybe I should go open all my gold keys. Because oddly enough, gold keys do give gold. As well as many other resources. Though oddly enough, I think that would give us like the most gold in the shortest amount of time. Because you can open like what? Probably 1,000 gold keys an hour. Actually, probably more than that. Like this cycle takes like what? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could open like 2,000 gold keys an hour. And that per minute, I mean. Which I think is going to be approximately 2,000 gold per thing. Per click. Let's say 3,000. Let me just double check. How much gold would that be per hour? So yeah, let's average it to 3,000, I think. Yeah, let's say 3,000. I think we could click it 10 times per minute. Probably even more than 10 per minute. But let's say 10 per minute. 3,000 times 10, that's 30,000. 30,000 times 60 is 1.8 million gold per hour. So if you had infinite gold keys, you can get about 1.8 million gold, probably almost 2 million gold. But you can get about 1.8 million gold, give or take a couple 100,000 per hour by opening gold keys. The only problem is you would have to have infinite gold keys for that to work. And with how many gold keys I have, that actually we probably could go for over an hour. But yeah, it's about 1.8 million gold per hour, give or take a couple 100,000. It's like 1.5 to 2.1 or somewhere around there. Anyways, so we could do that if we were really in the pinch for gold if we really wanted to. Anyways, here's all the upgrade for the faction. For getting it up to level 100, so that should be 500 for the faction. And now let's keep going, because I want to get to 155 for that extra bit of magic there. As we consume even further into our gold. Easier to buy the glory troop for gold? True. There is a glory to gold conversion in the game. It's called buying glory troop a billion times. Particularly the 300 ones, because they both give 5,000. But yeah, you can get 1 million gold. So theoretically, this is a method that would give you per approximately like 200 million gold per hour. Though you would need to have like literal like 20-30 million glory. And we only have like 4 million. But yeah, this would also be a quick way to get a pinch of it for just 60,000 glory. So if we did this 10 times, we would have 10 million gold in a very short duration. We'd also have a bunch of gold keys and glory keys we can open for even more gold. I don't know, should we? No. Buy 200 of them. But we theoretically could if we really were in a pinch. You'd want to do it on a 300 one, though, if that's your goal, though. Because if you do it on a 400 one, you'll get more arcanes, but you're going to get less, less gold and less keys. Anyways, so what we're doing, I was still upgrading this place. Let me go do that. Also, it's almost time we switch to the other loots. Actually, how far will 5 sacred treasure get us? Almost all the way. I think I'm going to throw a 3 genie lamp. And then see where or if I just keep saying 3, I mean a 5 genie lamp. And then see how far a 5 sacred treasure gets us. It overshoots. It overshoots. There we go. We'll do that then. Actually, if that's the case, why don't we do it this way? It undershoots. Fine. Because it was 155 we needed, right? Yeah, 155 for the extra double magic. Oh, I did not mean to exit out the screen. Oh, that's not the right screen. Anyways, there we go. Let's just roll that. And that is now 155 for the purpose of getting 2 additional magic. Oh, we also get the Blessed Potion, which is every potion except for Barrier, which you get at 175 if you really want it. However, we're already going to have Barrier because we bought it from the other thing, so it doesn't really matter. We mostly did that for the extra 2 magic keen we got there. Because going to here, we only get 1 additional magic. Going another 20 levels, we only get 1 magic. If we went another 27, we get 2 magics. But, or 22, I mean. But anyways, alright, we'll leave it there. Okay, that's all we need to do for upgrading. Now we can actually do the faction. Now with all that prep, after going over the Mythic and doing that for like another half an hour, so we would do like a half an hour of the Mythic, half an hour of prep for the faction, we can now actually do the faction. So we bought up all the tiers. We bought 7 tier 7s, lucky 7s, and we got a billion sigils, and yeah, we're pretty much good to go. I think we're going to do all rooms up to about 100-ish, and then I might just start skip methoding all of them. Because I think we have enough, especially because we have a 5-room format. That's why we can actually start skipping a lot earlier. Because with a 3-room format, you normally want to start skipping around 200, 250, wherever you want to. However, with a 5-room format, you can actually start skipping a little bit earlier because you're actually doing half the delve already anyways every single time, because you're doing 5 battles instead of 3. And Val Ravens are determined by how many battles you do in Underworld, not by how many floors you do. So the total number of battles will make you have more Val Ravens if you're doing more rather than less, which is why doing all the rooms gives you more Val Ravens, and also why a 5-room delve layout will give you more Val Ravens than a 3-room delve layout. So we can do skip method pretty early this time around. Anyways, let's go build a team. So we have a brown-purple restriction, which gives quite a few options, quite a few construct options as well, which is pretty fun. However, what do we want to run for our initial team? Purple or brown AoE options? That's a bit of a weird combination. Obviously, we have Leprechaun Thrall, which is great. That's fantastic. We do have Guard's Avatar, but without the mana accumulation. Oh, no. We can still run it. Wait, what am I saying? We have access to brown. Duh. I could just run, yeah, I could just run standard Surquite and Hadley. What am I saying? Duh. Because we could run Guard, Surquite, and Hadley. If I could spell Guard correctly. We could just run Guard, Surquite, and Hadley. Never mind. Yeah, we could literally just run standard team. Or standard Guard's Avatar team. And then just like put hero there or something. Doesn't even matter what. Actually, we technically don't even need hero. We just put a Thrall there. We're just gonna run Thrall. There's no reason not to. Like, we don't need hero necessarily. Like, if you want a class XP, obviously put hero there. But we don't need class XP, so we're going Thrall. But you could put like, you know, Geomancer there or something. Actually, I'm even gonna leave it as Geomancer for anyone who might shift it into Geomancer for when we go over in the video. But yeah, you'd probably want to put a Geomancer there. However, we maxed it already. So we're just gonna go with this. I'll catch you later, Cookie. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Also, here's one of those situations where I was talking about earlier where we can minus green with no downside. However, you know what we can minus even better for no downside? Blue. There we go. Exactly. So we'll roll with that banner. So it's not always going to be optimal, but there are a lot of situations where the +2 purple, +1 brown, -1 green is going to be useful. However, this situation we don't need blue, so we're just going to run the minus blue. But there we go. All right, that'll be our team. Let's go do a battle here. Oh, wait, I forgot to copy paste the team. Now I got to go do the whole delve before I can put it into my slot. Do the show for the video later. Oh, it's pretty standard Surquite and Hadley. Guard's Avatar team. It's basically a Rowan team when you can't run Rowan. That's literally this team in a nutshell. It's just slightly weaker Rowan when you're when the mode you're doing does not let you do Rowan. But it's effectively just the same thing as Rowan. There's some situations where he's better than Rowan, but it's very situational. Because his damage output is technically higher than Rowan, but his cleanup is worse than Rowan. But they have the same boost ratio. But he gets more of a benefit from that ratio because he's hitting, well, actually, I don't know, they both technically gain the same benefit from the ratio now that I think about it. Because he has a lower ratio, but they effectively get the same amount of damage per defend point. Where they're effectively getting half a damage per extra defense. Because your ratio is 2 to 1. So wait, no, actually you're getting more than that. You're getting 2 damage per... Yeah, that's the same thing. You're getting 2 damage per defend point. Rowan also gets 2 damage per defend point. So yeah, they have the same ratio. So generally they both scale at the exact same rate. It's just Rowan disperses it and he does AoE. Which means Rowan is generally going to be better than him. Which is what I was saying. But yeah, that's still the case. Because they both gain the same amount of benefit from armor. They just apply it in a different way. But the way that Rowan applies it is normally more beneficial. If you're casting more than one time. Or even just once. It still can be more beneficial. So if you had the option between one or the other, you're normally running Rowan in almost every situation. Except when you're forced not to. In which case you have to run Guard's Avatar. Which makes him a decently farming troop in the game. Like, I would still say if you're going for, like, a farming troop, you obviously want to go for, like, double Ironhawk first, and probably Phoenicia at some point. However, after you get, like, a Phoenicia, and you still kind of want another thing similar to Phoenicia, Guard's Avatar is probably another next good pickup. After you have, like, because the main core, I would say that's really good to have in the current state of the game, at least I feel like, for farming perspective. If you don't care about winning battles, and the only thing you care about is farming, which will help you eventually win more battles as well. But if you primarily want to prioritize farming troops, I would say the main 5 is double Ironhawk, in this order, is double Ironhawk, Iron Guts, Phoenicia, then Guard's Avatar. Like, I think those are the core 5, which is technically 4, but one of them you get twice. But I would say those are the core 5 or core 4, depending on how you look at it. Mythics you'd want to get first. You want to get Ironhawk, then Ironhawk a second time, then Iron Gut, not to be confused with Ironhawk. Well, technically Zugov should be added to that mix. So Zugov's a little bit harder, though. I guess in the current state of the game, he's not as bad to get compared to before. So I guess Zugov's technically the 5th. So yeah, those would be the 5. Like the core 5 farming troops. At least the ones I use anyways. There's technically other things I can. Those are probably the big ones. Double Ironhawk, Iron Guts, Phoenicia, Guard's Avatar, Zugov. So you want to get Zugov as early as you possibly can. But generally he's going to be one of the last of those 5 you would get just because it takes longer to get him. Though the main thing blocking you is 8 power orbs. Like, sometimes if you farm a lot of Vault Events, you get them pretty quickly. It really comes down to how much you farm Vault Events, more so than anything. Anyways, what was I about to go do? Oh, yeah, I was about to go copy-paste the team. I know I was about to do something there. Oh, that's the Legends Reborn. Also, don't forget, as of yesterday, you could do the other Legends Reborn as well. Though, do keep in mind, there's still a freeze associated to it. The only freeze is the first battle you do after you finish it, so it's not that big a deal. I'll go copy this team before I forget. So this is going to be the level 20 to 100 team. You could technically use it deeper by modifying it slightly. However, it's primarily meant for 20 to 100. Give or take. You can sometimes run it a little bit further. Like this during the stream, we might be running it to like 120, 140, 1 something. This is approximate range. Obviously, as your stats are higher, you can go deeper with it. Because you generally go with this team until you stop one-shotting. If you really want to, you can go until you stop two-shotting. Once you stop two-shotting, you definitely want to stop using an AoE team. Because once you need 3 shots, you might as well just go into insta-kill. And other similar mechanics, like Iron Gut Zugov, similar things. Oh, so hello, September Blick. Hello, Edward. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Let's see. Oh, what was your prep for this faction? Did you get it to like 200? Yeah, you did 200 Horde. I used to get them to 200 back in the day. I have opted to go for 155s as of late, though. Though I do have a lot of 200 factions. I think half my factions, if not more, are level 200. But these days I go for 155. And the main reason for that is you get extra 2 magic. You go from 19 to 20. 1. With that little bit extra exactly at 155. Yeah, I used to back then. The 10 power potions as well, nice. Yeah, I've normally been going for lucky 7s lately. going for 10 allows you to skip every room, especially in a 5-room format. Actually, you probably could have went for 9. Because since it's a 5-room format, you might actually you might have too many sigils now. Because for a 3-room format, 10 would be fine. Or, you know, it would be way more than enough. Or would be enough. But, you're gonna have way too much excess if you're doing full skip method with that there. Because 10 is, what, 3,110. And normally, if it's a 3-room faction, you'll need that many. But 4 rooms and 5 rooms do not need 10. Like, I think a 5-room, if you did skip method only requires 8, I think. It depends when the Vow Raven falls. Which is why we're going to start skipping probably as soon as this team starts losing. Like, as soon as this team stops functioning, is probably around when we start skipping. And start just running like Iron Gut Zugov. Because this place can run Iron Gut Zugov. It has everything you need. We could literally just run Thral Leprechaun with Iron Gut Zugov in the middle. Pretty standard Iron Gut Zugov shenanigans. Oh, you don't really skip? Wait, you bought that many and you're not skipping? Oh, nice. You're going for leaderboard then. Oh, it's going to be pretty contested. But that's definitely going to make the top 100 leaderboard if you're doing that many battles. I generally don't go for leaderboard for this, mostly because it's always so contested. I just go for all rewards, and by all rewards, I mean pure faction completion. I'm not sure why I still go for pure factions like this. It's technically a waste of gems, because we could easily do it just without any gems at all in the current state of the game with how the potion system works. However, I still do it out of habit, because why not? However, we really don't need to be. I still kind of do it, because it gives us something to do on the weekends whenever a new faction comes out. But from a efficient resource perspective, I would say it's almost worthwhile to just not spend gems maxing factions anymore. I'd still like doing it though. Because it allows you to max the faction about a week or two early. Actually, a couple weeks early compared to not spending any gems. You can also spend some gems to still speed it up. Because doesn't it cost like 50 or 100 gems or something to be able to go get more of those things in the underworld? Actually, how much is it? Why did I forget the number? It is easy way to check. If I just go to one of these. Actually, do we have a room where we haven't done any battles? Dripping Caverns. I'm trying to find one we haven't. Okay, fine. I'll just click Dripping Caverns to... Oh, I don't have a room here. No! Come on, I have to have something here that we don't have any battles on. Come on, you trying to tell me like every single other kingdom we already have set up? I wish I would tell you if you had one set up or not. There we go. I'm looking for this. Oh yeah, it's only 50 gems, not 100. So if you spend 50 gems to double it up, 6 per day. What is 48 divided by 6? Rounded up. 48 divided by 6, 36, 42. Oh, it's exactly 48. It's 8. Yeah, duh. So 8. So you'd have to do it 8 times, which is only 400 gems. So for 400 gems, it is possible to max a faction in 8 days. So in slightly over a week, so basically by next weekend, you could max a faction for 400 gems total. That's actually pretty insane. But yeah, for 400 total gems, you can max a faction now, instead of what we spent, which is 2,510, just to get it done basically a week earlier on the weekend of. So that'd be a lot more efficient. Though that does require you to have slightly less stats, but you'd still have whatever potion effects you have from the new system. So it should still be very doable. We just wouldn't have barrier. Or as many power potion stacks, and by any actually we wouldn't have any power potion stacks, but it'd still be enough stats to win though. Oh yeah, you would still want to buy the tier 4 to probably get the weapon though. That's true. Which is what, 500 gems or something? So technically it's 1,600 gems cheaper doing it the other way. But not quite, because you'd also have to account for how many you would get done during the event. Because you're going to get to, even if you only bought to the weapon, you're still going to get to like 200 something during the event. Which means you would need less than a week. Yeah, in less than a week, you can actually max out the faction then. With only about 700 or 800 gems. You can max the faction in a week, rather than in like a day or two. Which is probably the better way to do it. This allows us to do it the weekend of, if nothing else. Which has kind of been tradition for all factions, so we kind of still keep doing it, even though there's a more gem-efficient way of doing it these days. If anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Because at this point, we're going to be doing a little bit of delving here. And then once we reach the wall, we'll probably build up the other team. Though we already know what we're building for the other team. It's just going to be an Iron-Getsugov team. And then we'll go mess with the Mythic a little bit more. Actually, I almost feel like doing that now. Because at this point, we're pretty much just farming. And I kind of want to do something that's actually team building for the stream. This is basically just the grind to 500 part. So we can easily just go start building teams for the other thing. Because we already know every team we want for both. Well, maybe not for the Mythic, but I mean for the faction itself. I already know what I want to run the whole time. Guards Avatar the lower area. Iron-Getsugov the rest with Thrall Leprechaun. And then Pure Faction we already showed is the very first team we showed. It's the Tank Golem with triple Dragon. And that's pretty much the entire game plan for the faction. Might mention like one other team just as an offset team. But that's pretty much all we need. Because this team right here. So we have this team, which is Thrall, what we're using now, Thrall Guards Avatar Circle and Hadley Leprechaun. We have the next team, which is not built yet. However, it kind of is. It's just this, wait, it's that, and then we just place, instead of hero there, we go Iron Gut. And we might need to change the banner accordingly. What do we need a minus? What are we not using on this team? Oh, nice. This is the first time we get to use the new banner. Oh, I definitely have to show this to explain it. Nice. This also allows us to show the new banner in the video and explain its usefulness. This is actually a really good banner. It's probably among one of the top 5 in the game now. It's really high up there. Definitely top 10. But, it might be top 5. It's actually really solid. Mostly due to the synergies it gets with Leprechaun. Because, you generally don't care if you minus green on a Leprechaun team unless it's a really green-focused team like a Rowan build or something similar, where you really want that green. But a lot of Leprechaun teams can get a minus green because you already have +1 green, so you're just canceling out your +1, so it's fine. Because you're only using the +1 for Leprechaun in a lot of situations anyways, and he doesn't really need it if that's the only thing you're using it for. So you can normally get away with minusing it for no downside, especially because he's still divisible by 3 at that point, which is nice. But you have double purple, so this synergizes with Archmages, synergizes with Thrall, synergizes with a lot of things. And then you have the extra brown, which is mostly just offsets like Black Manacle, allows you to feed into very useful brown troops, and you know, barrier on brown mechanics if you're running hero in that way, and similar. So it has a lot of potential to be good. There's already some variants of it in the game, like that minus blue one we used for the other team, but it's a very, very strong option. Yeah, that'll be our team for that then. And then Pure Faction is what I mentioned earlier. The Dark Golem into triple Obsidiaxis. Yeah, that's pretty much all the teams we need. Unless we want to show like a different, like cheaper team or something for one of them. But that's really all we need for the faction. Anyways, so in other news, let's go build more teams for the new Mythic. I think we might end on that then. Because I'm not going to do the grind right now, I don't think. We'll save that for the other 3 streams. And get that done this weekend. Hopefully grind it a bunch today and then finish it either tomorrow night or Sunday night. But anyways, so where were we? Let's go build teams for the thing. So let's go to PvP. There's still 2 teams we haven't built. I haven't built a cheap team yet, and we haven't built... what was the other one? So what we have so far, we have a shuffle build where we use 50% mana start to get him rolling, using a Thrall Mistralis as the support for it. We have a 4x Hellcrag, where we use the new Hellcrag weapon that came out this Monday to create a bunch of red-brown. This feeds both into him, as well as feeding brown into Chernobog. Chernobog does Brownstorm, you know, kind of standard construct, except it's a little bit weirder. Has this for the extra gargoyles, so that he goes crazy on mana drain. So next we need... We don't have a 4x... Oh, I was about to say, we don't have a 4x construct. Well, how do you plan on doing so? We can't. No, we can't 4x construct. Anyways, what's his name again? Actually, just completely forgot his name. Tourmaline. Gosh, what on earth is that name? Tourmaline? Tourmaline. We can type in Tor. I don't think anything else has the word Tor in it. Actually, how does Vanguard have Tor in it? Tor. Where on earth is Tor? Vanguard. Sword's Edge. Destroys a row. Creates 6 yellow gems. Boosted. by blue gems destroyed. Where on earth is the word Tor in any of this? Oh, Torny. You mean you pick up on the word Torny there, but you don't pick up on like all of the affix traits that are on like weapons, with those like 9 extra effects that they end up getting, or 10, or you know, legendary mythic weapons on those. You can't search for those, but you search for the actual name of the ability. That's insane. Because that's why he came up. He's Torny as his ability name. I almost even forget this is even a thing. Technically, every troop has a ability that has a name and an icon. Icon, I know. I keep forgetting they actually have a name as well. Anyways, put him in there. Tourmaline. I'm not sure what this team even is though. Tourmaline something. Tourmaline minus. Oh no. I'll figure out what it is. The next one after this has to be cheap team. Trying to think what else we could do with it that we haven't already. We had already kind of had a brown spam team. Is there anything that can create a lot of gems based on daemons or knights? What's the knight weapon? I haven't actually tried building around the knight weapon yet. Is it any good? Keen sword. Creates blue and red. Is there any knight troop that can loop off of blue? No, but there is a troop that loops off of blue. We don't necessarily want to go pure knight though. Though we can. We definitely can. Let me double check. So knight, specifically under blue. I'm looking for infinite loop mana accumulators. Not quite. Also not quite though, technically possible. Let's see. Elspeth. Not quite. Am I forgetting of something? Bunch of yellow gem creation. Problem is we don't feed into yellow on this team. Like nothing's benefiting from yellow other than Cirqua and Hadley. Yeah, I don't think knights have a proper option for this. The main one I was thinking of, oh, I actually forget his name off the top of my head though. Isn't he called Deckhand? I think he's called Deckhand. Yeah, that guy. Create 5 purple, then transform all purple to blue. It's not like infinite loop, but he definitely extra turns quite a bit. That one construct isn't considered. Wait, is this one troop considered a knight? No, it's only a construct. Come on, you look so much like a knight. I really wish this was a knight construct. Like this would make the team if it was a knight construct. Why is it only considered a construct? It literally is the armor of a knight. It even has armor trait. Actually, it has stone skin. But, oh, that's so unfortunate. I wish this was a knight construct. It would have helped it so much. It's going to be weird to try to build into that then. I'm just going to ditch trying to use a knight. Like, we already did a double knight for the other one. We don't need a second knight team. We could try synergizing with his mana drain. So one of kind of funny thing we could actually do with this is like truly commit to mana drain and just put like 1 mana accumulator on the team. Though that 1 mana accumulator has to be a really good mana accumulator. Is there any mana accumulator that does it based on daemon? What's the best daemon weapon in the game? I mean, what's the mana accumulation one? Where is it? Gosh, there's too many ones with the daemon term in it. I'm looking for the explodey, not the explodey. I'm looking for the double gem creating daemon weapon. I know it's in here somewhere. It has to exist. There's no way it doesn't exist. That's not it. 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 Gosh, how many weapons have the word daemon in it? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There it is. It creates red and purple. Ah, it doesn't feed famine. We might have to ditch famine. Yeah, it feeds red purple. Interesting. Unfortunately, it does not do true damage. Oh yeah, that reminds me. What benefit does that book get? I didn't even double check. Does that book get some kind of really broken mechanic? Because some people were saying it's really good. Well, first things first, let me upgrade this useless weapon. Though it does have Blessed Cleanse, which I guess is a decent benefit. We also have this useless weapon. This probably becomes even weaker with a Dust Storm, I would not be surprised. Let's see. Okay, now let's go see what this thing does. So obviously that's fine, exploding the whole board and summoning Obsidian Deaths troop. However, what's this effects? 5 scatter, so it gets rid of barrier. Oh! Oh. Yeah, this weapon's actually kind of cool. It's a 3 mana drain weapon on first slot with enchant with a really good amount of mana accumulation. That actually is solid. It's not that defensive, but you can kind of put this in second slot and use it like, actually, it reminds me a little bit of Knife and Death, actually, oddly enough. Same coloration, still has that mana drain, still has that enchant for self. It doesn't have bless for self, though, unfortunately. Which would have actually been... This basically would have been mana accumulating Life and Death if they give it bless. I really wish it did. I wish this gain 4 armor was bless instead. Because then it would have the removal of barrier, a 3 mana drain on first slot, enchant, and bless. Unfortunately, it doesn't have bless, just gain some armor. That would have made this thing insane. But yeah, the fact it doesn't have bless is a little unfortunate, but it's still good. It's not the best weapon out there, but it's definitely a very solid mana accumulating weapon. That will situationally be used depending on team composition. It's also very flexible, as there's almost no team it can't be used on. It just is fighting for other purple mana accumulators, and there's a lot of really good purple mana accumulators in the game. Also, I just realized this team's almost pure brown if we got rid of Scion. Actually, we probably could build a pure brown out of it. I'm not sure I want to necessarily. However, gosh, there's definitely a billion options, that's for sure. You know what would fit really well on this team? Replace Famine with Zenith. Unfortunately, we don't have it yet. But we'll show it Famine. If nothing else, it covers every color if we show it with Famine. The only problem with Famine is I feel like a lot of people these days don't have any of the Horsemen because they don't count for kingdom upgrading purposes. I could always just put another mana accumulator there or something. But then it's not 4 times Daemon. Which is why I would have put Zenith there, because Zenith is a Daemon. It's a Daemon construct. Which will still keep this team pure Daemon. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I actually have to change my class here. There's like 3 Daemon classes. Which one was the least worst of them again? Actually can't remember. There's like a billion Daemon classes in the game. Daedalus is one of the worst. Doomsayer was changed in... Wait. Doomsayer is one of the Daemons one, isn't it? Because it was Death Knight that was changed. So there's those 2. Where's the third? So Daedalus and Doomsayer. Wasn't there a third that counts as Daemon? Oh, wait. Hold up. There's a search bar for it now. This was one of the features they added pretty recently that is actually useful. Wait, what? It doesn't work? Wait. Like, that works. Wait, why does troop type not work? I want to find the Daemon hero class. How about I click on, Beast? Did they forget to make it work? I thought this was working earlier. But yeah, I want the Daemon. There it goes. No, why is it working now? What? Okay, now it's working. What did I do? Oh, wait. So, no, Sorcerer is not good. It doesn't have half mana start, which is insane that it doesn't have half mana start. Compared to these, I think Doomsayer is actually the way to go, oddly enough. Does Doomsayer have mana drain on it? No. There's no way it could. It explodes, 25% chance to death mark a random enemy every time you take an extra turn. Death mark a random enemy. Enemies can lose some skill. Some life. Icy Veil. Oh yeah, do we even need Blue Storm? Probably not. Realistically. Gosh, why is every Daemon class so bad? I'd rather just go for 7% insta-kill. Instead of stealthy, go for Doomstorm and go for pure chaos. Let's see. I'm gonna just keep it this way. It gets enchant on green. Has stealthy so it doesn't get targeted. Has Dark Storm, which is a lot more beneficial. Has disease. Steal some life. Which could backfire. And give a random ally a random stats effect. I'll do a sorcerer. It's pretty bad, but Like, we don't have much to work with. It does have +1 purple going for, so we actually have +2 purple. Also, back in the day, Sorcerer actually did used to be used with Scion, if I'm not mistaken, oddly enough. Because it wasn't as bad back then, before all the other perks came in and everything. Back to the classics. But yeah, this team actually used to be meta, but it was double famine instead, and was a different weapon. Or actually, I think, well, yeah, it was Hero even used for? I can't remember. It was like Scion, double famine, something else, back before famine got nerfed into the ground. But now it's kind of back. Anyways, we need a brown-blue. Like literally, oh wait, but I can't feed brown, blue directly into it. So I probably need a brown. What's the other secondary color you create? Purple, right? The only problem is we only run 1 purple on our team, which is kind of weird. Which is why we need Zenith. Ah, this team is so much stronger with Zenith. Like, that's the team. Scion, Daemon Weapon, Tourmaline, and Zenith. But we're using Famine as a placeholder for now. And we'll literally still be using it with it when we do it for the video thing. But, yeah, I need to revisit this team once we have Zenith. Because I really want to see how much different it works. But for now, we'll roll it like this. Which means we do want to set our banner to probably +2 brown, +1... +1 green, potentially. I guess red, because that's the other color you create too. Red and purple. Even though red doesn't bleed into the other one. So we basically want a +2 brown, +1 red, while minusing something we do not use. Unfortunately, I believe we use every color. However, it doesn't matter too much if we minus yellow, necessarily. Like, out of every color to minus, yellow has the least effect on this. To enough a degree, I almost want to put Tourmaline in last slot. But I still want to get a mana accumulated. I really wish this thing created brown. That's, well, that would feed into yourself then, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're just gonna roll with this. It's fine. Tourmaline Drain. Okay, we need to find a team that has literally no immune to mana drain. Let's see. Though I feel like a lot of Tourmaline teams already have enough mana drain without needing anything else. Also, that is a very heavy immune to mana drain team. I would like to find one without mana drain, please. Or mana drain immunity. Here's one. I think. Mostly. Hello, Gustavo. Welcome, welcome. Still feel like we need a better loop team. Out of all the teams we build, we haven't really built a loop team yet. Or at least not a traditional loop team. Oh, we're gonna let him poke us, that's fine. Then we can poke him and get some mana drain. Which it seems like we already did because we already got Scion back to full mana. Okay, there is an argument to be made that we have too much mana drain on this team. Which is why we need Zenith. We need Zenith. But yeah, we might have too much mana drain. It is actually possible to have too much. Ah, there we go. We got all the mana drain. But yeah, this with Zenith is... I'm very curious to see how it'll function. It definitely becomes a lot stronger with Zenith. But for now, Famine will just stay there as a placeholder. But the actual team is Scion, Inferno, Volg, Tourmaline, and Zenith. Oh, we have to wait on the Zenith. Actually, the Zenith would probably go in front of the Tourmaline in this. Oh, no, actually... No, it would probably still stay behind it. Because we want to make sure he's getting mana on something, and currently he's getting mana. Oh no, he still would. He'd get mana on green. Because if we do it that way, it's red-purple. So he'd still get mana through green. Which would be fine. Yeah, that'd be perfectly fine. Oh, he's also getting mana directly from the red, No, it wouldn't, because the thing is red-purple. So yeah, maybe you would want to use Zenith in the last slot then. I don't know, it really depends on what you're trying to do. If you want to focus on casting Zenith more, or if you want to cast on casting Tourmaline more. Realistically, you probably do want to cast... Actually, Zenith more. Because Zenith is actually stronger than this Mythic. As sad as that is. Anyways. Let's go build another team. We still need like 2 more teams. I need a cheap team, and I still want a proper loop team. So let me go build a proper loop team now. Where we just like spam extra turn and like nothing else. Even if I have to force him into a different archetype of team. Just to have loop. Like Truffle! Oh, wait. Truffle. Wait. Wait, doesn't he use green? Wait. What's his name again? Oh. 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 We don't start with mana, so it's going to be a little even slower than its normal startup. However... Wait, why is Forest Troll not coming up? Oh, I have Beast up for whatever reason. Forest Troll. Truffle. And Tor something something. Tourmaline. Tourmaline Loop. There we go. I found his extra turn potential. All it takes is using an infinite loop team and then putting him in last slot. But hey, he gets a green off of it and brown. So he double dips on that. Oh, this will be fun. So even if we're getting denied on extra turns, we still have a way to win condition. We need a double green, double brown. Why is every good double green brown banner minus red? They need a +2 green, +1 brown banner that is not minus red. Like literally the two options, +2 green, +1 brown, and +2 brown, +1 green are both minus red. Which means you have to use minus blue, which is still a bad color if you want to do it that way. Which is so bad. I'm just actually not even going to do that. We're going to go double green something instead of doing into brown. Because we have to do like a green something. Actually, why don't we just minus purple and then go that one. We'll do it that way. Which is not ideal. Normally you do want a little bit of brown if you can. But we'll run it this way. But yeah, we really need... That's going to be such a good banner. We need a +2 green, +1 brown that doesn't minus red. Is that too much to ask for? Like literally any other color. But we'll go with this for now. Because Double Truffle still doesn't have a perfect banner yet. Despite how long it's been in the game. Maybe because they were concerned it would be too strong, but I'm not sure. Also, we don't technically need Hero Class for this team. Because we're actually using Tourmaline where you would normally use Hero Class in this context. Oh yeah, I need to find one that doesn't have immune. So we might need to reroll because this guy's kind of weak. He's going to die too quick. Wait, which one is Trident Banner again? I don't remember what their colors are based on name. Right, we haven't gotten the loop going yet. We're about to. Wait, I think all we have to do now is cast Truffle and we win. Like, this team is very obvious to know the exact moment you won. And I believe it's right now. Okay, we've won. Oh wait, quite literally. The team's already dead. However, we were about to get the loop going. The good old loop potential. Okay, here's a proper team. Let's see how it does. This does have some immune to mana drain, but it does it off of Bless. It doesn't have any naturally. Oh, it's +2 blue, +1 green, -1 yellow. I guess that works. I like to +2 generally the color that he's creating though. And he creates green and brown. And normally I prefer doing it into +2 green. Rather than a +1. Okay, so we are frozen. That's something to consider. He's blue to yellow, which is not actually going to do much. I'm going to take a blue here. Go convert, and that's fine. A lot of mana there. Oh, actually that's kind of scary. He's going to convert green to yellow and then the other thing. I have to take this upwards so we don't completely die. He has alignment right there. I can't stop that alignment, can I? Oh, that's really bad. Well, hold up. We can't stop that because there's no cascade nearby. We just lost. We're so dead. Let's see. Our loop team has gotten frozen. Oh no. The struggle of every loop team. I could have set Orpheus though. I just didn't bother. Oh, well, though we did get stunned. Is he running Elemental? You can't be. Why? Why are you running Elementalist? The Divine Hero class is so bad that a pure Divine team doesn't even run a Divine Hero class. That is so bad. Also, I just realized this team has no way to destroy the good Gargoyle Gems. So to some degree, we don't want to destroy the good Gargoyle Gems. However, it does lack such an option. We could always go to Beatrix version, and if I'm doing this in PvP, I am very tempted to. Do you want to retreat from the battle? Yes. Let's do this with Beatrix. Because we're not using 50% mana start, so it doesn't actually matter if we double truffle. Because normally one of the reasons why you want to double truffle is because you're doing it with a 50% mana start off of Mirage Queen. However, in this case, we actually don't have it, so we don't need to care about it. So we just run Beatrix. Where on earth is Beatrix? How many things have B in it? Wait, I was right the first time. Wait, I just spelled Beatrix. Hold up. Beatrix, Beatrix, B. How on earth do you spell Beatrix? Wait, why does it keep going to Beast? Save filter. Why does it keep defaulting to Beast? When on earth did I have it set to Beast earlier? Why is it not saving my default? Wait, is it double E? Wait, is it really double E? Oh, it was because I had the other thing up. I was gonna say, how is it not B? B-E-E. But it was because I had, like, the Beast sword on. Duh. I have no clue how a Beast sword got saved earlier, but it did. And it was ruining some of our searches earlier. I can't recall ever saving that in.
Mana surge.
Only issue with this team is the issue that it has just in general, which is its startup is slow. I kind of want to double here and risk it, though the chance is also just so low I'm not even going to bother. There we go. Now we win. Oh no! We got disabled on Essence of Evil! Joke's on you. We got Beatrix now. Okay. Let me just take a brown and then win. As long as this lands, we win. We won. It's over. Unless Beatrix wants to decide to miss, since we're not running a proper option there. There we go. And that full mana drains. So this is kind of a anti-freeze loop team. Is essentially what this is doing. Because if you get frozen, you can just cast down a Tourmaline and drain them all out. The only really big issue with this team is we have no way to destroy our gems, unless we like get a really lucky Doom Skull or something. It has no natural way to destroy our Gargoyle gems. However, we're using it more so for its boost ratio than to actually destroy the Gargoyle gems. It's also beneficial if the enemy also has no way to destroy the Gargoyle gems, because we can just keep loading up the board with stuff they don't need. So they can't actually get alignment or stuff. Okay, as long as this lands, we should be good to go. So we'll do that. They did not land. Let's see. We'll take that over first. Get ourselves more boost ratio. Take a green to that. Nice electric turn there. Throw down a truffle. Do we not have a cascade? Yes, we do. I was gonna say we should have a cascade somewhere. I would like to match the Gargoyle gems, please. 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 I know it won't let me. It's not a mechanic. I wish it was, though. I would like an extra turn off a Gargoyle gem right there. Gosh. Can I please match my Gargoyle gems? And now we should truffle and we should be good to go. And then we throw down truffle, throw down drain. All normal things. It's basically just a standard truffle team at this point. But we have a mana drain backup. I want to see this against like a really heavy freeze team, because I feel like we could take it. Someone, oh, here we go. As long as it doesn't hit Beatrix, we should be fine. So he's running Elementalists, probably with Flash Freeze. And a Zenith, apparently. Not actually, but you know what I mean. Okay. So I'm going to take a brown, take another brown, hope it surges, we win. I mean, not hope it surges, I mean hope it extra turns and then we win. Though I also technically needed the surge, so I actually was correct. I was correct the first time. We do need surge. Oh wow, he's about to go crazy. There's double bad Gargoyle. I'm actually about to die to a replace Zenith. Why? How? We're about to lose to a Crown Zenith. We're about to lose to a Crown Zenith. But more so Weaver. Let's see. In all fairness, the Zenith technically did nothing. Let's try it against this dude. That was mostly just us getting a really bad starting board. Which is problematic. We don't have a starting mana accumulator. Which is another issue of just generally every truffle team in existence. And one of the reasons why it's not ran like a super, super high amount. Oh, we should be fine here. Let's see. No, we're not going to have enough mana accumulation now. We also lose. Gosh, we're finding all the skulls and they don't want to give them to us. No, it's not a team I want to fight. Mostly because it has nothing. Well, we'll just have to reroll past these. Wait, do we have like a guaranteed chance of finding him right now? How do we find him 3 times in a row? Also, watch him still find a way to kill us. Also, this is the problem of not having plus brown on a team like this. Come on, I'm trying to find something with freeze. Why does no one want to run freeze? Like, why is it when we want to find someone who's running a billion freeze, I can't? Yet when we don't want to see any freeze, we will find literally every single team with the whole team set up to freeze spam as we possibly could. Because I want to see what this could do against a freeze team, but not a non-empowered freeze team is like the main one I want to see it try to go up against. How's there no extra turn there? Oh, I was gonna say, there better be something there. No reason why it shouldn't. One kind of funny thing though is it's kind of getting in the way of our mana accumulation. It's still working out. The other big issue is just getting a mana as well. Like actually getting it to go all the way down there. Because we're actually winning a lot of times before we can even cast. I'm not sure it's just gonna work out. The problem is we need something that can like loop and get it off a sky. We might want to consider a double storm. What's the best double storm that can go into his color? Isn't there a brown-red one? The problem is there's no way to search for double storms in the game, and I actually forget what most of them are. We have like blue-purple, we have red-yellow. Blue-purple, would that work? No, that's neither of his colors. I meant, is there not a brown-red storm? Does anyone remember what troop it's on? Yeah, Magma Dragon. I could have sworn there was a brown-red. Because we could build around that. We could definitely build around that. Magma, what's his actual ability? Conjure Lava Storm when turn begins. We can make this work. It also synergizes with full AoE. It's boosted based on red-brown. Hey, we finally get to use a dragon. It's elemental as well. That doesn't help us in this context. But yeah, I think I'm going to ditch this loop team. You just need a way to be able to destroy those gems for it to be viable. So we're going to run with like this. Run like Thrall. And then something else for coverage. What are we missing from a coloration standpoint? We're missing blue. Oh, we can run Mistralis. Hold up. We just run Mistralis here. This will be the second team I throw Mistralis for, but it's really good in the context of this kind of team. We could also technically run a first slot Tourmaline, which is interesting. Like, she covers every color we need at this point. He does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's all 6 colors. Unless there's another one in this coloration I'm not aware of that's good. But I can't really think of one being better than her in this situation. Iron Gut. No, because we want to shuffle. Because if we're trying to get extra turns out of any of these, we definitely want Mistralis. Though oddly enough, we can create a mix of red and brown off of Stonehammer. But all he does is tank. He does stun burn, but what are we really going to get from value from stun burn? Oh, we could mana drain them, but then what if they have impervious? Also, we still haven't built a single team that has Dispel, by the way. Oddly enough, the cheapest team might be the only one that ends up utilizing Dispel. Oh yeah, now we need to change our banner to... Actually, it's already correct. Because we're trying to feed off of red more so than brown. Oh no, we can still do brown. We could do a +2 brown, +1 red banner and -1 purple. That does exist, right? Minus purple with +2 brown, red, yeah, that. Yeah, I think that's the way we want to run it. We could also run +2 red, brown. Though, yeah, +2 red, brown actually allows us to spam mana drain more, rather than Mistralis more, while still getting both up. So I'll run it like that. So it's Mistralis, Thrall, Tourmaline, Magma Dragon. Xena, hello. Doing it again. Can you not kill that in 5 seconds? That'd be great. Okay, let's go drain him. Oh, he's using a very annoying skull spam team, I just realized. Oh no, my team. My team, where'd it go? I had a team, and then we lost our team. Luckily it does have Skull Reflect, but we have no mana generator now. But it might not actually end up mattering here, oddly enough. Too bad he doesn't have any damage boost ratio off his thing. Got this exact damage. And then we're gonna kill off a Magma Dragon. What a weird way to win the fight. Oh wait, I don't have his mana. I need a skull. He might actually win just from a randomly generated skull. That's gonna be so sad. He's only creating 2 skulls per turn now, and he might actually win off those 2 skull creations. He tried. He did. He actually got it. Hey, here's a Elemental Disrupt our team. This is going to destroy us mostly because of Mistralis. It's going to be hurt a lot by it. He actually double scored it. Let's see. Oh, we're frozen on the thing we need. So we'll try it that way. Yeah, the new campaign weapon seems pretty good. We haven't actually messed with any teams for it. But it's pretty much as standard as a good weapon you can get for like mana accumulation. I believe there's already another Empower Explodey weapon. But I believe it explodes randomly, or it doesn't explode randomly. So this one's actually pretty good because it's going to full board clear every time it casts. It might actually be stronger than the Mythic, oddly enough. Actually, not might. It actually is stronger than the Mythic. It just Hero class already has so many options that doesn't matter too much. But overall, I do think this Mythic is actually somewhat decent. It's just we really need Zenith, and this is definitely not the better team. I even ditched this team as well. Though I almost don't want to, just because it's so rare we get to utilize Double Storm. Double Storm is just a fun mechanic, but it's so situationally useful. It is so situationally useful. Because the enemy gains just as much of a benefit, and the problem is so many people run Double Empower. That doesn't really do much. Also, I hate everyone who's running this team. It's just so annoying to test stuff when the enemy could just randomly one-shot your first slot every single turn. Because all you have to do to win against that team is just entangle them. But if your team doesn't run Entangle, you're just kind of out of luck. Well, one single Entangle just completely destroys the team. But if your team doesn't run Entangle, then you kind of just get destroyed yourself. But yeah, his mana drain, for the most part, doesn't technically even need to get boosted. Like, even just his default mana drain's kind of fine. It feels weird using Mistralis as a tank. I almost want to use something else other than Mistralis there, to be honest. Like, we could use, we could use the new book. Oh, but then we block Thrall. But we can make Hero be our mana accumulator. We can also go down like a triple Elementalist route or something. But yeah, let's go use the new book weapon. Let's go use it. What's it called? Book? No. I was hoping. It'd be so easy to find it. It's brown, purple, all color. Explode. There it is. Yeah, let's go try using this weapon. We haven't actually really used Hero for much. Oddly enough, I almost want to run a Dispel Hero class. Which means what I actually want to run is probably Dwarf. Which is a class not ran that often. Also doesn't have a natural... Oh, it doesn't have natural half mana start though. It's the only big issue with that. Too bad, well, we could run Elementalist and run Mirage Queen with it. It's red-blue. What color are we missing at that point? Just yellow? Yeah, we'd just be missing yellow. Though with a team like this, we normally want to be covering every color if we can. But it might not matter that much. Because Mirage Queen gives us 4 times Curse, which is basically that. So what I'm going to do is just run this with Elementalist, run it with Mirage Queen, and then we're good to go. We can't pass up on the overpoweredness that is Elementalist. But I was going to do it that way then. So we go Elementalist, we go Mirage Queen. This gives us half mana on the book. That's not how we need. There we go. That's also not the color we need. There we go. So we do that. We put like Mirage Queen in the last slot. Maybe tank for the dragon. Oh wait, but the dragon's full mana blocked. So let's put it up a little. Because it's still getting blue regardless there. And now we go for a good minus yellow banner. Which is probably that one. +2 brown, +1 red seems good. Because that's the storm color we have. And I think we're good to go. Alright, now this team will just obliterate everything because of how this class just works. And we get to try a new weapon. So this explodes the entire board, summons a random Obsidian Deaths troop, and actually, can we put something in front of him? What if I tank with like Mirage Queen? Not because we want to cast Mirage Queen, but because we want it to tank for us. Let's see what this does. Because this helps keep Hero alive for a little bit. This has potential. Biggest issue is we don't have Stealthy on Hero class. Normally a team like this, you don't want to have Stealthy for it. But in this context, since the Discover places, it's actually not going to matter much. Alright, let's see. Let's go do Destroy Everything Shenanigans. But yeah, this book is literally stronger than the Mythic, by the way. Though in all fairness, almost every hero weapon is. Because this book basically makes hero class into Gorgolfa while having a summon instead of a cleanse. But you also get enchant instead of a cleanse. Yeah, it's basically imagine if you had Gorgolfa but with more traits, and instead of cleanse you get enchant. But you can still run cleanse on extra turn if you ran it on your hero, depending on what hero you were running. It's basically just hero Gorgolfa though. Just with a lot more options than what Gorgolfa could ever do. Gosh, Gorgolfa is so useless now. You got in 3 glory keys, that's insane. It took us 3,000 event keys. Or 3,200, whatever it was. It was absurd. But yeah, this book is actually insane. This book is the true Mythic. Although I won't be covering the book until a little bit later this weekend. I want to get the one on the faction and the Mythic out first. Might cover it on like Saturday or Sunday. Let's see. Definitely need to before the end of the weekend, that's for sure. But yeah, the Mythic overall, I would say it's ever so slightly above average. It's a very rare utility troop that has potential to be one of the best mana drainers in the game. The problem is, even the best mana drainer in the game isn't that useful. Unless it has Empower to drain through immune to mana drain. It's not really going to work out because we need a good option that can counter double Empower. And this Mythic, unless you get a really lucky board, does not do that. It cannot properly counter double Empower. But it is among one of the better mana drainers in the game. It's just that's not saying much, as mana drain's kind of fallen off completely for the most part in the current state of the game. Like, it's still useful. It's just a lot less useful than it used to be. It's also a bit worse than Zenith, in the sense that it's spamming, well, for 2 reasons. One, the other one is Doom Skulls and will like obliterate everything it touches. But also because this one's creating good. And overall, it'd actually be more beneficial to do bad Gargoyle Gems than good Gargoyle Gems. It is more beneficial to disable the enemy than to buff yourself. Because if the enemy's completely disabled with Entangle, Silence, all that, they can't do anything. Whereas if you have a bunch of buffs, they can still completely obliterate you. It'll just take them slightly longer. Because Zenith's basically the Mythic, and he's basically the Legend. They just displace their rarities for whatever reason. But Zenith's the true Mythic of this faction. Or this kingdom, I mean. We still need to make a cheap team. I still haven't made a cheap team for this guy yet, did we? One really funny thing that you can actually do with a cheap team is do double Chaldani, whatever it's called. Chalcedony. And the main reason that would end up working out is because even though you're running one less construct, it's still doing so much mana accumulation that it wouldn't matter. That was a pretty small mana drain, unfortunately, because we didn't have any Gargoyle Gems on the board because we kept not hitting extra turn. Which is one other downside that he has, is if you're not actually landing extra turns,
Oh, there's our 4x curse I was talking about earlier, so we can actually drain them. But if you're not actually landing extra turns, like, you're losing the value that he could be having, which leads him to fall behind even further than he already was. Like, this is a troop that you would pretty much never use in Guild War, because when it starts falling behind, it falls very far behind. Normally, you want troops in Guild War where if they fall behind, they can still make a comeback out of nowhere. Any troops that become worse as they fall behind tend to not be used. Like, for example, Guard's Avatar, catches the Bull, Rowain, even though it's so strong in other contexts. Like, troops like those, when they fall behind in battle, they get way worse. And this is one of those troops. And his benefit when he's not falling behind isn't good enough to justify using him in most situations. Because generally when you're running Guild War in most PvP-like situations, you want to run troops that, if they fall behind, they can still easily win. So any troops that tend to fall behind and don't have enough of an impact while they're not behind tend to not be worth it. And he's definitely in that category. Because if you're not landing any extra turns, he's doing almost nothing. It's a 4-mana drain to everything with no gargoyle gems in the board. Our one explosion keeps hitting our good gargoyle gem. And now I have no good gargoyle gems. That's amazing. We just managed to explode like 2 or 3 times in a row. And every single time we wiped every gargoyle gem from the board. So now he has no boost ratio. In all fairness, they didn't have much mana drain to drain in the first place. But that's still hilarious. Maybe we shouldn't run with the one explode when running him in this context. As we literally hit his good gargoyle gem every time. Alright, let's go build a cheap team now. So we still need one more team. We'll do it over the world event team, I guess. Because I'm not using that for anything. Because those are only 3 we need for the faction. Unless we're showing a 4th one that I'll decide before we do the video later. Okay, so, who knows? Maybe I should mention a book team in the other one. We definitely have a dimension book. Maybe that's what I should do. I should build a team around book for one of these. That's what I'll do. I'm not sure if we'll do that right now. Maybe we'll. But, for one of the teams for the faction, we need to build it entirely around book while still being usable for the faction. Because that would actually be fun to do. Because that book's actually insane. It's like the true Mythic that was added today. Actually, there's like almost no wrong team. Like, it is perfectly flexible. It reminds me a lot of Leprechaun. In that there's basically no team you wouldn't want it in. Obviously, it doesn't have Empower like Leprechaun. But it has the flexibility of, like, literally any team wants to have it on it. It might not be the best option for every team, but there's literally no bad context. Like, you could make a team of 4 random troops, put it on, and it'll be fine. Or technically 3 random troops since it'll be the 4th. Anyways, what am I looking for? I'm looking for... Well, I'm trying to make this, a low rarity, what's it called again? I keep forgetting his name. Tourmaline. Yeah, I'm trying to make this into a... Why can I not type? Struggle of typing on 2 keyboards simultaneously. Let me go put a Tourmaline in here. Get everything out of here. Rename this to Tourmaline Low. And let's go make a really low rarity Tourmaline team. Tourmaline. It will probably show the legend, because since it's an event queue drop table, it's really easy to target. And I am considering putting the legend in here for Brownstorm. Because if you were trying to get him off of event keys, you definitely would have picked up a copy of Chernobog. We literally have 159 copies. Someone going for a copy would probably have one. Even if they got it lucky and only got in like 50 or something. So we'll go with him. We'll do it with, at this point, can we actually get away with double Chaldony? I think we can. Just run no hero. Oh, but we have to run Geomancer. What if we run one of them? Hope it works. Hold up. We can run Chalcedony. One single Chal. Let's see. So we run it like this. Like a single Chalcedony. And then we have hero with, something. Actually, it's pretty flexible. We could run almost anything here. What are we missing? Blue? We can make it pure brown if we want to. We don't have a pure brown team. So I'm not sure if I want to make it pure brown. What are we missing? Just, well, first things first. Let's go make it blue. Let's just see what happens as our options. We have Aberral Crystal. Oh, this has to be low rarity, though, so it has to be a really accessible weapon that isn't locked behind anything. Bronze like pistol, technically, though. I'm not sure we're going to get enough gold to get it working. Though we might. Chalcedony's going to be getting a lot of extra turns. Flask would be fun, but we can't do it. Dawnbringer I think is slightly too high a rarity. It's a good brown weapon that anyone would have. That's just the one on the paid pass. Oh, Shea's Tome. Well, Shea's Tome in this context actually wouldn't do much. Phylactery just for free souls. Rope Dart would be fun, but it's an old event weapon. Sky Hero's also one. Sugar's Heart for cleanse. Create 7 red gems and cleanse all allies. Give a bunch of life to a random ally. Well, it's not all allies. That would have been fun if it was. Don't you have a secondary effect that's good? You burn, gain 4 mana back. Give all red allies 2 mana. It's okay. We're not really creating red. If that was brown, that would kind of be more useful. Let me see. What's under blue-brown category? A Writhing Staff. That would be fun, but we can't run it because that's a faction weapon. That would be fun though. I might just have to put Bronze-like Pistol here, to be honest. What's the other effects of Bronze-like Pistol? I know it has burn. It has gold, some extra damage to first, destroy a random gem on top of its random gems it's already doing. I don't know. I guess in this context, it's not bad. If nothing else, it allows us to destroy his good gargoyle gems. It gives us an option to do it that isn't just Chernobog. And then we change the banner to, what do we want to minus on this team? Realistically, we want to minus red or green. So technically what we already have set is fine. However, I do want to change banner differently. I want it to be +1 brown, +2 brown something else. This is where all of our +2 brown options are. So we have +2 brown, we definitely, actually minusing purple doesn't hurt, oddly enough. Like minusing purple does not hurt us much on this team. Minusing yellow we probably don't want to do because we always want to make sure Chalcedony has the highest chance of getting full mana back. Minusing the Tourmaline wouldn't really hurt that much. We're already getting mana through so many other means that it wouldn't really matter too much. Normally when you have a team composed like this, you normally want to minus your first slots thing though. So that one banner we saw earlier could be good. Like minusing purple for a +2 brown yellow. Like this one. Oh, no, not purple. There was the opposite of that. Where is it? We saw it over here. Yeah, that one. Minusing yellow. Oh, no, no. Wait, that's not what I want. I want minus... Where did it go? There it is. Oh, no. I need +2 brown, +1 yellow, though. Not blue. Is there not a brown, yellow, minus purple? Brown, yellow, minus purple. That's not quite it. That's the inverse. Brown, yellow... Yeah, there it is. Brown, yellow, minus purple. I knew it existed. We also have purple, brown, minus yellow. The inverse of that. Though we'd rather have... oh, never mind. That's all into purple. I keep confusing the other color right now. I'm not sure how. But anyways, obviously this is not a pure construct team, as the new Mythic is not a construct. However, this is actually a low rarity team. I guess you could kind of consider that legend not low rarity, but if you got this Mythic, you probably have that legend laying around. Like if you randomly at this point got him, like you probably have like 50 event keys rolling around to also get the Chernobog if you haven't already gotten it. But anyways, let's go roll with this then. And we have to use Bronze-like Pistol because I have to use a cheap weapon that anyone would have. And that is under that category of accessible weapon. Gosh, even with 3 less gem spawn, Chalcedony is still broken beyond belief. It doesn't even matter that it has -3. It literally makes like almost no difference. And one kind of funny thing is we can use Bronze-like Pistol to clear the board. So I could do this, throw down a mana drain. There's nothing to really drain, but I guess we'll do that. We then just keep taking extra turns. As soon as we feel like it or we've gotten enough extra turns, I can just be like, boom, pistol. Have this, give me all the goods. And then we just cycle back again. And then we go, here, have a poke. Oh, and I completely missing because I'm going brown. Luckily, he doesn't use it for anything. And now he's starting to get scary, so we just throw down a drain and be like, boom. Oh, that's all. Oh, yeah, we can actually utilize his bad gargoyle gems. So, you do drain, which is something I didn't know, but that just confirms it. You can drain through Submerge. So if the enemy has Submerge, even if you have an AoE drain, the drain still applies. The main reason being that it checks in a different way. Because Submerge only checks for damage, it does not check for secondary effects like mana drain. So if you have 4 times mana drain, you actually still hit through Submerge. Which is what it just did right there. This team is literally just Chalcedony. Gosh, why is Chalcedony the actual mythic of this kingdom? Like, the mythic weapon is that book, and the mythic troop is the Chalcedony. It is insane how much value it gets. But yeah, I think this will work pretty good for the low rarity team. It's not pure Construct since he isn't Construct, but it works. It is pure Hellcrag, if nothing else. This doesn't use anything but Hellcrag. Hellcrag Hero Class, Hellcrag Troops, Hellcrag Mythic. Everything's Hellcrag. Just making sure he doesn't get value from his caster. Let's go clear out the board. Let's go hope this doesn't miss, which it does have a slightly higher chance of doing since we have 3 less gem spawn. So even with 3 less, it's still pretty insane. I can go for a really big mana drain here. Wait, do you have immune to mana? No! This team has no curse. I have no way to curse him. That's problematic. Alright, plan B, keep casting Chalcedony until we win. What a perfectly balanced troop. If in doubt, just keep casting Chalcedony. There we go. I have fixed our situation. Now we can start playing the game like normal. Perfectly balanced. And then we just drain him, then throw a Bronze-like pistol and hit like a billion goods. Then we'll throw another pistol to hit a billion goods again and kill him. And now we have like every positive stats effect. Why is Chalcedony so broken? But yeah, he's a thing. He's not that good, but there's some teams. Which one is my favorite? I'd probably have to say, honestly, this one was pretty nice. This one was kind of interesting. It didn't really have a proper... Oh, yes, it could have a Chernobog. Actually, we have 2 different 4 times hell teams, I just realized. Because the low team is also a 4 times team. Yeah, technically both of them could be considered the same. Actually, that's not true. Because free-to-play players don't have Eternal Sentinel right now. Like, if you were 100% free-to-play, you most likely would not currently own a Ethereal Sentinel. I don't think you get it till like 45 or something. So yeah, I guess that is still a more expensive team. Because you have to go and spend gems for the weapon, and you also have to have bought in the Pete Pass to currently have that troop. Whereas this doesn't use anything you wouldn't already have as a free player. Except maybe the legend, but you just throw some event keys down. Oh, which reminds me, did we ever buy the 10 event keys this week? I think we did. Anyways, so yeah, I think, which one was our favorite then? I guess our favorite would have been probably the shuffle one. Like one of the first ones we made. Was it that one? They're all very average. It's a very average utility troop, that is for sure. The book one was funny, but this is strong because of book, not because of anything else on the team. It's literally just a book carrying a bunch of other troops. Yeah, I really want to use Zenith, but we don't have Zenith yet. Zenith is actually really good with this mythic, as well as just in general. Unfortunately, that freeze has really disabled our starting board. But beyond that, we should be okay. But we don't really have a cleanse option. Let me go throw a drain at him. We know we don't get drain on everything. We get enough value that should be okay. We're still frozen on a lot of stuff, so I'm just going to clear the board and hope we can get unfrozen very soon. Unfortunately, he's just applying even more freeze, which is not helping our freeze situation. Skulls. Where are you? Is it worth doing? Yes. It's a lot of value. Fortunately, no cleanse or anything to go with it, but we can go throw down a drain. Let him take another skull. It's not going to kill. Now we can cast Mistralis, get some value there. See if we have an extra turn. Double check to make sure it's not frozen, though we don't even have one, so we can't even take it anyways. Double check if we have alignment here. We do. And it was double tap for the win. But yeah, he's very average. But it's still a mana drain AoE. I really want to see what he does with Zenith, but we'll test that next week. Because Zenith Tourmaline, where's the team with it? There's one that was like, we need Zenith Tourmaline in it. Which one was it? This one. This team, I really want to see how much mana drain it could do. Like if you were up against a team with no mana drain, Scion, Daemon, Weapon, Tourmaline, and Zenith, which is also a Daemon, you'd have a 4x Daemon team with the Daemon mana accumulating weapon with 3 mana drainers. If the enemy had no immune to mana drain, they would never have any mana for the entire battle. It'd be really funny. You could even replace out Scion for a better mana accumulation for startup, like Leprechaun or something. Though you wouldn't have pure Daemon at that point, but still. Yeah, this is probably the one I'd want to see with Zenith. There's a few other Zenith builds, obviously. Also, most Zenith builds likely would not use Tourmaline. Because you're kind of just like trying to put Tourmaline into the team. Most Zenith builds will run double Zenith. The problem with that is it's not going to be possible to have double Zenith until it comes into the free-to-play drop table. You can get it prior, but it costs you $58 at minimum. Because you'd have to pay $8 for the pass and then buy one of them for $50, which most people will not do, including myself. I am not going to do that. However, we're just going to wait until Zenith's in the drop table, and then we'll have double Zenith to be able to use and go from there. But that's not going to be available for like another month or two, double Zenith. But we'll have single Zenith next week. In like a month or so, we'll have double Zenith. And I'll really get to see what it does, because Zenith's basically just better Tourmaline in like almost every way. It creates bad, which is better than good. And it has Doom Skull spam instead of mana drain spam. But anyways, I don't know. Is there anything else we want to kind of do right now? I guess we could make a book team. Yes, there is one last team I do want to build before we end out right now. I'm going to build a book faction team. So I'm going to call this level 20 to 500 book. It doesn't fit. I'm just going to call it level 20 to 500. And we're going to build book for faction. So we got a brand new book today that is very good. Where is it? Book. So we're going to build around this. So it's brown, purple restriction, which oddly enough our weapon also fits in, which is actually kind of a bad thing, not a good thing, because now we're blocking additional mana. So how do we want to do this? If we want to build it very cheaply, we just run like double Chalcedony into something else, which at this point I think we actually want to do. Because I don't think we have double Chalcedony on any of the teams we're showing. So we might as well go and have something like this. So double Chalcedony. This also make it the cheap team as well. Though maybe not, because I might be running a damage source for the final slot. What uses brown for the most amount of damage? I guess if we wanted it for extra turn potential, we could go for... Actually, at this point, isn't this just a weaker version of... maybe I don't show it with double Chalcedony. Because in this particular context, it's literally just a weaker version of using that one brown-purple mythic. Because that's another one that's contesting for value. Because this doesn't get Storm, it doesn't get Brown Storm, which Chalcedony kind of needs. So let's actually not go down the Chalcedony route, I guess. We could try going down... we could try using it like... I know what we could do. We could kind of use it with the Iron Good Zugov build. Well, at that point, I might as well just put it as my weapon on that team, though. Well, then again, I'm not running a weapon on that team, am I? Because I'm running it with Thrall Leprechaun. But instead of Thrall, we could run Book. The only problem with that is it has longer startup. And then Thrall in almost every situation would be better. I don't know. What would we run that would actually be meta? Like, everything I'm thinking of is slower than just running Thrall or something. Just because Thrall's so strong. Thrall Leprechaun's just so good. And if we're doing Chalcedony, then the Legend's literally better than it. Is there any way we can utilize the summon? The problem is, that's harder to do in factions. Because you're trying not to die in factions, so you can't build like some kind of weird sacrifice team with it or something similar. Because generally you want all 4 of your troops to survive. Whereas this weapon kind of expects you to die slightly. So it'd be more of like a Guild War weapon, I feel. Like this is probably primarily a Guild War weapon. Or a PvP-like weapon, which is also kind of Guild War weapon. Like in factions, you're probably never going to run this thing. Because compared to this Thrall, Leprechaun, or other mana accumulating weapons, it would very rarely actually be the best option you have. Like it's definitely a good option, but almost never will it be the best option. How can you pronounce Chalcedony 5 different ways in a single stream? Have I? I don't even realize I've been pronouncing it differently. I just keep saying the word. Anyways, I don't know, maybe we won't show one with book. Because every situation I'm thinking of is just a weaker version. Though in all fairness, whenever we're trying to force a team, that tends to happen. A lot of times anyways. Because double Chalcedony wouldn't work, because the other thing would just be better. We could run... Too bad you can't use this for pure faction, that'd be really funny. That's not possible though. We could run it around just Zugov. And build it like that. Like, let's say... Well, that'd be weird if you had Zugov but not Iron Gut. I guess there are some amount of people in that situation. Well, we could do it for a no Mythic team, I guess. But then it's just double Chalcedony into the other thing. Which is what the team would have been. And because what I was thinking is, like, double Chalcedony that and the other thing. But at this point, like, we'd get more benefit just by using the new brown purple troop. And just use that instead. I might just show the Chalcedony team instead. We're just gonna have to probably cover the book in a different situation. Like, I'd still be mentioning book for the other thing. But for the faction itself, I really don't feel like it's needed. Because it's just gonna be a weaker version of many other things we could already run. Most notably being the legendary troop. Which I'm trying to find right now. I completely forget its name. Let's see, the easiest way to go is just get it to Hellcrag. Because at this point, it would just be more efficient to run this with like one other damage source. Like that with a damager in back. Some kind of brown. What's every brown troop with an extra turn option? I know there's Mistralis. Is there others? Oh, Bullbear. Hold up. I almost forgot about this guy. That's actually kind of funny. Hold up. Bullbear is actually kind of good. One interesting thing with him, as you scale upwards, is his main gimmick is he deals damage boost ratio based on how much life they're missing. So you can use this as the finisher option once you've turned through their HP and armor sum, and throw it for an extra turn poke. It's also guaranteed extra turn. The only problem is, with how different his base damage is, though it's mostly because of 20%, but with how much different his base damage is, I'm not sure that's going to be worth it, necessarily. Because how damaged would they have to be? Let's say they have 300 HP, they're damaged by 100. He's doing 50 additional damage. That's not that much extra. It's not that much extra at all. But they do go even higher than that, but still. I still feel like Mistralis would be, but I kind of want to make this a low rarity team. Just for the fun of it. This is pretty low rarity. And if we want to make it even lower rarity, we just run book. Which, honestly, I'm tempted just to put there. I'll just do it. Geomancer for the first 4 turns have Brownstorm anyways, right? No, you get off the other tree. I forgot you don't have Brownstorm. I don't know. It's basically just weaker. Like, this is basically just better book in a lot of contexts. Not every context. But the contexts that matter, like this one. I don't know. We could technically just put book there and say the other one's an option. But it makes the team weaker. But I don't know. I guess we'll show it with book. It is stronger with Chernobog, though. I keep saying book, but it's actually not book. It's called something else. It's called, something. It is called Obsidian Labram. Also known as book. Let's take brown purple. And there we go. +2 brown, +1 purple, -1, not that. -1, nope, that's not it right either. Where's +2 brown? There it goes. That's the one. Nope, that's also not right. There we go. Nope, that's also not. Gosh, why is there not a banner that works? I need +2 brown, +1 purple, -1 that isn't yellow or green. I guess I could always just not use Bugbear. Because realistically, we don't need it for this team. It's just kind of there for the fun of it. I just wanted to be more unique than whatever the other thing would be, though. Because realistically, we just put a 3rd Chalcedony there. Or put that one brown, purple mana accumulator guy. Oh, so hello, Messiah. Welcome, welcome. Also, hello, Jason, who I didn't already say hi earlier, and Flame and everyone. Obsidian Book. Is it actually called Obsidian Book? Oh, yeah, it is. No, it's Obsidian Labram. Which is technically just book. Good old book. I'm trying to think of what else we could put here. I'm trying to keep it low rarity. Like, obviously, there's Mistralis and stuff like that. I say almost just want to put a Mistralis there. But if we're going to be showing it to any degree, it'd be because it's a cheap team. This definitely falls under the category of cheap. This is literally a rare. Double Chalcedony's been available in so many different ways the last couple weeks. And, yeah, that makes this explode. Yeah, I was gonna roll with this. I do need to change banner though. We need to change it to +2 brown, I guess +1 green. Because that minus is red. As we know from earlier, because it's like the only option it has. Though technically it does have minus blue option, though it doesn't really matter which one to go for here. Actually, it does matter. Because what colors are the troops of the thing? Because it can end up getting a summon. And that summon could technically end up being something that is under that category. Let me double check. I'm looking for Kingdom. I'm looking for Obsidian Deaths. What colors do you use? Technically it's either way. Minusing blue would be less intrusive though. So we'll do it that way. Either way, we minus something, but this one minuses something less important. Because the other guy can actually help us mana accumulate some if he was there. So I would roll it that way then. Alright, and that's the build. That's a cheap build. I'm even just going to call it low. There we go. And it ends up using book. Though you can also use the legend there. It's not the main team I want to show. But we shall have it there. There we go. Alright, that's all of them. Anyways, I don't know. Anything else you want me to mess around with, anyone? Any other suggestions? Otherwise, the verdict is book is good, though situational. Like it's really good. Like a really good weapon. But it's also situational when you'd use it compared to Thrall, Leprechaun, other weapons. But it is definitely decent. It's usable. The new Mythic is a super ultra situational utility troop. It has potential, definitely with Zenith. But overall, compared to Double Zenith and other similar builds that will exist in the near future, it seems relatively useless comparatively. Mana drain just isn't as good as it used to be back in the day. It's probably just not going to work out. Like there's no meta team that's really going to end up using it compared to teams that can just loop more. Because you also have to keep in mind he ends his turn to do his ability, which is always a huge liability for any ability in the entire game. And he definitely suffers from that, as does pretty much every troop that can't just like extra turn into their ability, like Mistralis and similar, or have a chance of extra turning, like Cirquen, Hadley, Thrall, you know, everything else that does. To just blatantly just straight out end your turn can definitely backfire at times, especially since you're leaving the board with a bunch of good gargoyle gems, which can easily give the enemy a lot of value, unfortunately. Which we've seen in some of those battles as well when we're messing around with it. Also, did we actually get all 10 of the things we needed? No, I only got 5. I still need the other 5. Which we probably could have gotten if we stopped letting them run away and beat us. It's kind of funny. Those Zeniths were actually helping the enemy teams more than they were hurting it, because Zenith is so broken that the teams were actually becoming stronger by getting it ruined by a single Zenith. Which is very, very funny. You don't see the reason for double Chalcedony in case she misses. There are occasions where one Chalcedony misses, and the second one makes sure that you have the mana for it. Because let's say, for example, you get enough brown to get both Chalcedonies. The first Chalcedony misses. Now you have a 12 mana cost block. And then if you do your second Chalcedony, not only will you land extra turn, but you're also probably filling both the Chalcedonies back up. So it's mostly just a prevention measure to make sure if your first Chalcedony misses, you don't just lose. Or, you know, you don't lose your mana lead. You just can go straight back into the loop. Once you have Chalcedony going, you really don't need a second one. You're only casting the first one over and over again. But the second one's normally just there for startup purposes. But you definitely can run a team with one. You don't need to have 2. But the main reason for 2 is to have a backup plan for if the first one misses. Let's see. Even if you miss the extra turn, odds are you still refill her mana on single cast. So you just recast her. Wait, what? Even if you miss the extra turn, odds are you refill the mana on a single cast. Yeah, you could use a different mana accumulator to get her back to max. I just happen to use a second copy of herself on a lot of cheaper teams. Though there was a team that we showed that had single Chalcedony. This one. Because we were going to get enough mana off a Chernobog or Bronzlock Pistol that she'd be able to keep going. So in this context, we did do it that way. But I don't know, I just like running double Chalcedony in some situations, especially when we're doing lower rarity stuff. Because this works out. Because it's a lot lower rarity to show double Chalcedony than other options, because even in this low option, it's showing it with a legend. Whereas alternatively, we could run double Chalcedony and do it that way. It really just depends. It works either way, though. You could also run like some kind of cleanse option, like Beatrix. We did that for one of the teams here. Oh, did that one have Chalcedony on it? Because I think we did run Beatrix for one. Oh no, I actually retired that one. Though that actually would be a fun combo. Chalcedony, Beatrix, something something. The only issue with that is you wouldn't get that much green-blue, comparatively. It would mostly still be a brown spam team. Because generally with Chalcedony, you need almost your whole team to be brown to effectively use Chalcedony, or, you know, the amount of mana accumulation, because almost all of it's going into brown. So you kind of need to go really brown heavy. Like this team that's literally pure brown. Which I didn't even realize. This one's actually a pure brown team. I don't even think we tried to make it a pure brown. But it is actually pure brown. But we had to show it bronze like pistols since it was a low rarity team. I didn't even meant for that one to be a pure brown team though. But that tends to happen with a lot of Chalcedony teams. Like they kind of just get morphed into a pure brown. Like even the one that we're showing for that faction there. Didn't that end up turning into pure brown as well? Yes it did. That happens to almost every Chalcedony team I feel. So alternatively, we can run Mistralis here, but then it's not a low rarity team. Actually, do we have double Mistralis? That'd be really funny. What if we make it not low? Hold up. Do we have double Mistralis? We do. I'm doing it. Remove that term. There we go. I'm pretty sure most people know about double Chalcedony by now. And other some other things. We're going the other alternative. Though this is another situation where why use book? Though I could use it with not Geomancer. Hold up. Oh no, but I have to. Oh wait. But we can't do this because then it's elemental. Oh, we can't. Never mind. Chalcedony's not going to get enough loop then. Oh, we can't do that. I forgot. We can probably get a... With 3 constructs, you can get away with it. But otherwise, probably not. But yeah, we'll go back to the cheap team. Honestly, I almost just want to show with 3 Chalcedonies. No, I think I'll go with the brown-purple guy, I guess. Oh, what's his name again? I always keep forgetting it. It's like CZ or something. That's like if I could ever hit the right... There it is. There we go. A nice diverse team of that. And we have resummon backup. Actually, we could use him in first slot and then do it like this with him in the middle, or her in the middle. There's a little bit of a slow startup, but that's all you really need. Let's see. Though this definitely wouldn't be a 20 to 500. This would be such a slow team. I guess I could still name it low. This is still pretty low, honestly. Because the Legends is a super easy to obtain right now since it's the only Legend, because Zenith's not in drop table. So even though he's a Legend, he's a really accessible Legend. Kind of like how faction ones normally are, except now you can target with event keys for this. Yeah, I think that works. Oh, so we don't need a +1 green anymore. It's now +2 brown, purple. Also, we could do brown, yellow as well. Actually, brown, yellow would probably be better. Oh, I don't want to minus purple though. Well, never mind, we're not doing that. Brown, purple it is. Let's see. And yeah, we'll use the new Obsidian Deaths banner, might as well. Yeah, it's basically the team. Basically the team. Like, what's the alternative for Chalcedony in a lot of situations? Like, eventually it's gonna be Zenith. But like, what's a brown that's construct that's also... Well, it technically just has to be a brown construct. What's brown construct with extra turn? Because no, though there's a chance. No. No, kind of. Mostly no. No. Yes. Super yes. No. Yes. We're using it. No. Kind of yes. No. No. Kind of yes. Kind of yes. No. Kind of. Yeah, kind of. Though you might as well just use the brown purple guy at that point. Wait, he does create a lot of blue, but we don't really need blue in a lot of these teams, so kind of no. 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 Kind of no. 100% no. Like, what's the alternative? Like, obviously there's Mistralis, but that's not construct. Oh, we could run the full. That'd be really funny. But this is only % chance. Though it would be a really high % chance with that much brown on the board. That would be kind of funny. Jumble the board and the team. I didn't think about that, but we actually could do a Chalcedony team with the full. That'd be really, really funny. Because generally speaking, an average Chalcedony board is going to have 14 brown on it, which is guaranteed extra turn, which would be a lot of fun. Do you get the Mythic with event keys? Yes. It took us 3,200 event keys, which is way more than it should. It should take you about 1,000. But yes, we did do it right at the beginning of the stream, and it is possible to get it with event keys. It took us 3,200 something event keys. But, we did indeed find it. But yeah, what's the alternative? Someone was mentioning it earlier. I don't think they mentioned a specific troop. Because what's the alternative for a construct that isn't double Chalcedony then? If we're not running, assuming your team already has Chernobog. I'll say hello, Messiah, if I didn't already say hi. Let's see, who did I say hello to? But anyways, any other questions, anyone? Let me know. A Team Damon for life. We really need a Damon 50% mana start. That's something really lacking. We honestly, we need 50% mana start for everything. They need to give Divinish Baller her 50% mana start back, and give us a 50% mana start for every single typing in the game. They probably will at some point, but currently not. Is Chalcedony in the event key drop table? Oddly enough, no. How I have more copies of her, I actually don't know. Maybe it was from Glory or Gem Keys earlier, but it's actually not an event key drop table. 50% start, except for goblins. Oh yeah, 50% start for goblins would be really funny. You know how broken that would be? They definitely need to do it. Since there's no resemblance of balance anymore. They might as well. Yeah, she was the Journey troop the other week. Though somehow I got more copies of her, and I honestly don't know how. Because I only... Back at the end of the week, I only had one copy of her. Oh, you know how I probably got more copies? We probably bought event tiers. Wait, no, she couldn't have been a reward in the event tiers. Wait, how did we get more than one copy? Because I only had one copy of her, which means I got 7 somehow. And honestly, I don't know where those 7 came from. Because I can't think of a single thing where we got it. Raid boss? Troop draw? Wasn't she... Oh! It could have been from that, potentially. Oh, that might have been what it was from. Because that was a Hellcrag raids, wasn't it? And even though she already had the event... I didn't buy anything in the class event. Oh, wait, did I? Oh, yeah, it could have been from the class event, too. Duh, we literally maxed the class. Well, not max, but... Yeah, it came from one or the other. That's right. Yeah, because in both situations, she'd be in the drop table. Or she should have been. And that's how we probably got it. Yeah, that's probably where we got it from then. Never mind. Because I was wondering earlier, like, how do I have more than one copy? Because I knew for sure we only had one. But then we picked up another 7. But yeah, that's where we picked up the other 7. That would explain it. I was thinking it was maybe from event keys, but no, it's actually from that. But yeah, they're definitely not an event key drop table, that's for sure. Because normally it takes a month before she gets into those drop tables, and apparently even for the event key one. But anyways, guys, I think we're going to end it here for now. We've almost gone for 3 hours. We messed around with the faction, messed around with the troop, had a bit of fun with it. We'll have a video up on the Mythic, and we'll probably cover the Mythic first, then cover the faction. Ideally, we'll get both of those up in very soon. I'm not sure if I'll do both before I go to bed because I'm kind of tired. However, I'll try to get one of them, if not both, or at least one. So let's aim for one. Let's hopefully get not 0. So we'll probably do the Mythic, go over that in a nice little video soon, have all the copy codes. Then we'll have the other one for the classes, or not the classes, but the faction. Cover everything with the faction, including mentioning book. Though we won't be covering book teams specifically, mostly just the faction teams. But it will make mention of the book and its decency. And the fact it's actually better than the Mythic. They'll probably be in the Mythic video too mentioning that, but you know. But yeah, we'll cover the Mythic first. We'll cover the faction a little bit later. And every single stream throughout this weekend, we will be doing the faction. And we'll get it done by this Sunday and go from there. And go get Pure Faction 500 done for the Obsidian Deaths. And that's pretty much our game plan then. Anyways, guys, next stream will be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every single night. As far as our next morning stream, I'm not sure when the next one will be. We've kind of been doing it when big things happen. And it's going to be a little while before the next big thing happens. No current schedule for when next morning stream is that we've been doing like this. However, when something big happens again, we'll go do it. It's just, we don't have anything too big. Like, we have the, like, what, Medusa coming in on Monday, but I'll just do it on night stream and stuff like that. But once we have another big thing happening, yeah, we'll do another morning stream for it, probably. But for now, we'll be sticking with the night streams as we have been every single day. And we'll have those videos up soon. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Best of luck on getting to Mythic. Hopefully, you'll get way better luck than me. Though it is almost statistically impossible to get worse luck, as it took us over 3,000 event keys, which have even better drop rate than gem keys. So, yeah, that was very unfortunate, but we did eventually find it at least. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you so much for watching.